So yes, we are going to be ranking every single Lego set that I own. This is all of them that I can find that I have, that I know I have, that I remembered to put on this list. And we're gonna go through them. S is going to be the perfect Lego sets. There's no issues with these sets at all. They are the perfect Lego sets. Nothing should be changed. And then obviously it goes from S to E, and then spare parts as if I don't even really have it assembled or I don't think it's worth assembling. And then if
Hmm.
I have something on here that either I don't feel like I can rank or don't know how to rank, we could put it in the can't rank category.
Okay.
Um, yeah, so obviously, I mean, the pictures are kind of small here, so if you need me to like pull up another picture or anything like that, I can.
I'm
But
such a nerd. I can probably recognize most
yeah,
of these from just like glancing at the tiny JPEG. I also, due to my professional line of work, I look at a lot of tiny pictures like this too. So I
true.
I can I can catch it. I can catch it.
All right, cool. Let's get started. So I got some of the recent stuff at the top here. We
Okay.
have the Justifier. We're starting off strong here. I think this will be a very interesting one.
I think the only problem with that set is its price,
I
and
agree.
everybody has been talking about that. The minifigure selection is really nice. You get an exclusive mold for Toto. You get a new Cad Bane. Hunter is the only. I think Hunter and Fennec are the only reuse in that set. Pretty desirable minifigures too.
Yeah.
It's
Plus
the first
Fennec.
set. It's the
Sorry.
only set that Omega has come in to. I'm personally not a fan of the ship in universe, so the build doesn't do a whole lot for me. But I think I could respect how it does look, and I think they did a pretty good job on the source material. I'd probably give it like a solid B.
B.
If I was ignoring the price, I would still probably give it a B.
I think with the price, I'd give it a B because you have
Okay.
exclusive Cad Bane, exclusive Toto, you have exclusive Omega, you have a big ship. Whether you like the ship or not, it is a really big ship. And I think Fennec has an exclusive. I don't know if it's exclusive anywhere. No, it's not because of the Jabba's throne room set or whatever. But she has that hairpiece, which is I don't obviously doesn't come with every Fennec. So I feel like just the minifigure lineup would put it at like a D because it's just such a strong minifigure lineup. And then I think the set is good. It's just overpriced. If it was smaller and priced appropriately, I could put this in A.
Hmm.
But I
I
would
I
put it in B.
think I would keep it in B. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's fair. We got some more people coming in. Welcome, Camille. Thank you for hopping in to mod this stream. I really appreciate it. RJ Flores, hello, man. Hello, man. Welcome to the live stream. Uh, Now we have the Inquisitor Scythe. I just want to say, I think this is the best set that Lego's come out with in like the last 2 years. I
I
don't.
have heard a lot of people say that it is pretty cool. I think it is definitely for me. It kind of I didn't get it personally, but for me, it does kind of serve that cool, different Black Imperial vehicle that we missed from the Krennic shuttle. That was another great, nice. I think honestly, some of the best Imperial slash enemy faction sets they've done were probably this. I'd even throw in Kylo Ren's shuttle from the Rise of Skywalker. I
Mm-hmm.
got that set back when it came out. I think that set's fantastic. Regardless of what you think of the movie, I thought the movie was terrible,
Yeah,
but I thought that build was fantastic. And the Krennic shuttle, another great set. But yeah, I would rank. I don't know if I'd give it S personally,
mm.
but I would put it at A. Great minifigure selection. The build is really cool. Nice spacious interior too, which is great to see for a larger ship. But I don't know if it's like for me personally, I don't know if it's like S perfect, but I can definitely recognize how it is a fantastic set.
That's totally fair. I I personally just think that not only does it visually look good, but the minifigures are all exclusive, I think, and this has a building technique I have never ever experienced before in a Lego set with the front.
Really?
Yeah, the front you have to like angle it in a certain way, and then I when I was building it, I was like, I feel like this is an illegal technique. These the interior like this, this if you can see what I'm looking at, the way it juts out like at an angle from the front here is such an interesting building technique I've never seen in a Lego set before. And I have
Hmm.
a few Lego sets. So
Yeah.
uh
Yeah.
I personally, not only is the minifigure lineup perfect, It's all exclusive. It's priced appropriately, but it also has an amazing build I've never seen before. So I feel like
Hmm.
the only thing I could even possibly change is making the Riva minifigure more detailed. And if you look at Riva's character in the Kenobi show, it is like a 1-to-1 translation. There's barely anything Lego could have done to make it more detailed. It just looks plain because the outfit is plain.
That's something that Lego has really improved upon in the past few years is capturing real life people's likenesses and still kind of keeping it with like a Lego simplicity. You know, they're not overly detailed or anything, but
Yeah.
you look at some of these minifigures and you're like, wow, that looks like that actor. One I can think of right off the top of my head was the Stranger Things set. I remember like the Dustin minifigure in that set looks just like that actor. It is crazy. And they still keep it nice and simplistic, but they are doing a great job with capturing the likeness of a specific actor or actress and still keeping it within that Lego style uniform with everything else. So yeah, I would have to agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I personally wouldn't put it in S, but I can see where you're coming from with that, keeping it there.
Yeah, I just personally, S for me means I don't have any complaints and I can't come up with a complaint. I do understand that it's another black Star Wars ship, but I
Oh,
feel
of
like this is
course.
like the best black Star Wars ship, so that's just where I'm
Yeah, no,
coming from.
I agree.
Okay, we have BD1 now.
BD1 is something I was very excited about when I first heard it was coming, but for some reason I couldn't get myself to buy it when it had come out.
Hmm.
It is probably one of their best Build a Droid series, you know, with the whole R2 and DO and BB-8 they've done. I'd say with
Definitely.
accuracy and posability, it is up there. It looks like BD1. If you can attest for someone that has it, I think it's like lifelike too, like the
Yep.
size. So if you were to probably compare it, it's probably 1-to-1 as well. I'd say with accuracy and posability, yeah, I would probably put it in S. I couldn't tell you why. I just didn't go out and get that set, but I do think it is one of the better ones, and I feel like I will regret not buying it if I end up not getting it before it retires.
Not even just does it accurate, it also is extreme. I know you were saying this a little bit, but the posability on this is a lot higher than I thought it was going to. It's got the stim canister thing you can pull out, so it's even though it's like not really supposed to be played with, it has a play function, and
Oh, that's so cool. I didn't even know
yeah,
that.
you can pull. It has a slide thing that slides out, and you can pull out stims and stuff. It has a stand, and it comes with a exclusive BD1 minifigure. This is another set I have zero complaints about.
Yeah, because it is different than the BD droid that comes with the N1. I think
Yep,
that one is like blue,
it's
and then
blue.
this one is red. Yeah, and this one's red, like the actual BD. And I love the Jedi Fallen Order and Survivor games. Honestly, wasn't the biggest fan of the second one compared to the first. I loved the first game. I
Hmm.
think there were some things that the first one did better that I like, but I love the series. I love Cal Kestis as a character. I love the relationship he has with BD1. So, you know, just for personal biases too, even if I don't have the set, I'd rank it extremely high.
Yeah, I totally agree. Okay, the 501st Battle Pack, and
Okay.
I think
Um
this is gonna be interesting.
this is
I
for me for extremely personal reasons, I would make this S
Okay.
because it is one of the most celebratory moments in the Lego Star Wars community where there was just absolute outcry for this set for probably 7 years. I had been
Yes.
watching people ask for this set since the theme had ended in 2013, like the Clone Wars theme when they were starting to slow down doing that and Clone Wars was canceled and everything.
Right.
Um, sure, towards the end, with some YouTubers I'm not the biggest fan of, but just more not by them as a person, just more of the way that they were presenting how they wanted the set. Where a lot of YouTubers were almost promoting fans to just bully
Yeah.
Lego to make this set just blow up their social media. Entirely agree with that. A set I personally want, you can agree with me with this, is I really want Rex's Y-Wing. I've been
Yes.
asking for that set for 4 years.
Yes.
I've got a little hashtag running around and I'll comment it on Lego's posts every once in a while, but I'm not trying to encourage people to just blow up
Yeah,
Lego's Instagram accounts because I just think that's a little excessive and kind of annoying.
I agree.
But besides that, it was something that we really wanted, and as a set, I'd say it's perfect. You get 2 vehicles, you get a ton of
I'll fix it.
minifigures,
Thank you for
all
letting
of
me know,
which are
potato.
army builders. There's nothing in there you don't want a duplicate of. So for like the 501st Battle Pack we just got, for example, or even the 332nd that's coming out in like less than a
Right.
month. You get some figures in there that you don't want duplicates of. You don't want a ton of Vaughns, or
Yeah.
you don't want a ton of like 501st officers. This set, Jet Trooper, 2 battle droids, 3 501st clones. You want tons of those, and people bought this set in mass because of that. Nice $30 price point for what you get. I compared this to my Republic Fighter Tank video where the sets had similar piece counts, but the Republic Fighter Tank was $10 more.
True.
And you got way more value, I think, with this set. And right before this set retired, you could find it at Target and Walmart for like $20,
Yeah.
which is fantastic. And I know that was like a sale price, but I think with how much of a fan I am of the Clone Wars and how monumentous it was to see this set. I'll share this with you, and without saying anything, but I had the opportunity to attend Toy Fair 2020.
Oh, cool.
And go through the Lego booth and everything. And I remember seeing this set there in the booth back in February of 2020, thinking, oh my God, it's finally here. And I even said to the Lego person, I was like, this is the 501st Battle Pack. And they were like, yep, we're finally bringing it out. We've got a new clone face coming for it. We're redesigning the clones. We're coming back full force with it. And I was so excited. There's just a lot of personal connection for me for that set. So I think I'd have to rank it. My personal one of that, I got a Wicked Brick display for it. It's in like a display case.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So like I am like just over the moon for that one. It is a fantastic set. It was a great moment for the community. I'm all for it.
Now, after all that.
Okay, yeah. Sorry to completely drone on there.
No, you're good. I totally agree with everything you're saying. However,
let's hear it.
It's $30, and we wanted a battle pack.
For sure.
So the ATRT build is probably it's like the second most oversized ATRT build we have ever seen.
100%. Both vehicles are totally oversized.
And nobody's buying the set for the ATRT. If they took the ATRT out and added a stap and made this $20, I would think this is the perfect set. But they artificially added in, well, the speeder's less parts, so I guess they added in the speeder and then 2 battle droids and added $10. And I feel like this could easily have been a better $20 battle pack than a $30 set. Now, again, it was on sale everywhere. It was widely available. The set is great. Minifigures are great. Absolutely agree. Great moment for the community. However, I cannot put this S tier because I have complaints about the set. I think they should have taken out the ATRT or make it smaller and then got rid of the battle droids.
I totally agree with that. I don't think the set needed battle droids either. I think I think they were trying to do it as like a premium battle pack type thing, because you do get more in it than you would, standard battle pack. You get a little tiny build and 4 figures. I think they were kind of pitching it as a premium one. Nice. We haven't seen it again yet. We haven't seen them do that yet.
Yeah.
But it definitely feels like a premium battle pack. I totally agree that the ATRT is way bigger than it needs to be. I've seen some amazing builds online of people using the same pieces and making a smaller minifig scale one. Imagine this set with, like what you said, a minifig scale Bark, smaller, like maybe closer in size to the 2010 Battle Pack one, a smaller ATRT, probably the size of the Turbo Tank one, and then like a stap or 2. Yeah. Now that's cool.
That would
$30. $30, same value, same amount of stuff, like piece-wise, but you're getting way more things.
Yes.
That would be insane. That would be really cool.
That's my only complaint, is that it's great, but it's not perfect. So I can't put it in S tier personally, but it's like the top of A tier for me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I can meet you in the middle there.
Yeah, that's my number 1 A tier. Now, we have spent all on Star Wars sets so far, and we are about a quarter through the stream, so we're gonna run through some of these non-Star Wars sets real quick.
Okay.
I don't know how familiar you are with the Ninjago theme, but I have a bunch of these speeders.
I was a little older when the Ninjago stuff started coming out. I'll make one thing clear: I never had like a dark age in Lego. But I was kind of getting more towards the age where like Star Wars was really the only theme I wanted to buy.
Yeah, that's totally fair.
So I didn't keep up with it. You know, I had younger cousins that watched the show, so I had some experience with it. But I am totally unexperienced with Ninjago. I
Okay.
don't know anything about Ninjago or
I
Ninjago.
I have a deep seated history with that show. I haven't watched
Sure.
all of it. I've watched up until like season 6, and I have so many of the. I have like all of the first. Well, not all, but like I have a lot of the first wave sets. So I have a few of them. So they have these. I'm sure you know what they are, but they have these like spinner things, and so I
Yo,
just put
yep,
all this.
yep,
Yeah,
yep. I
I
remember the tops. I remember
yeah.
those spinner things that came with like, oh, that had to be 13 years ago.
Yep.
My God.
I remember seeing those on the shelf in Toys R Us, man, and I'm never gonna forget it. But I feel like the speed, like the this. Okay, as far as spinners go, I'm looking at this one with the skeleton dude, and Ninjago has the greatest molds. I think out of any theme, they do
Oh
custom
yeah,
molds
no,
for everything.
I
Super
have seen
cool.
those.
But this speeder, or not, I keep saying speeder because we're gonna get to Chimas in a second, but this the spinner we have here sucks. It's got no detail. There's minimal weapons, and I mean, there's the card game just to artificially blow up the price. Nobody cares about the cards, so I put it in D. We also have. I'm just gonna let me see if I can run through this. Let me find. Do you know anything about Chima?
You know, I was gonna say it's funny that you bring that up because I was gonna compare Ninjago to that for a second. Not
Yep.
for anything, but I remember Chimo was one of those short-lived like Lego experimental themes they did in the early 2010s.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like Nexo Nights and stuff like that.
I
You
watched
know,
the
you
whole
could
show.
you could see like Lego just like throwing stuff at the wall, like
Yeah.
with internal IP stuff and trying to capture that same success that Ninjago had. And I remember Lego was giving away Chima sets
Oh
as
my
gift with
god.
purchases in 2013 and not telling anyone.
I
You know,
didn't know
like
that.
I remember ordering sets in 2013 and getting that. I had a couple of those Chima things because they were giving them away, and you could tell they
Oh
weren't
my god.
actual gift with purchases because they sharpied out the
Oh
barcodes,
my
so you
god.
couldn't
That's hilarious.
redistribute them. But they couldn't give those away. They had to not tell you they were giving those away. The theme did so bad towards the end. I remember seeing everything heavily discounted.
Yeah.
It was one of those short-lived things. So absolutely no experience with that. To me, it just looks like a weird Ninjago clone.
It kind of
But
is, but worse. But I watched the
okay.
whole show as a kid, and I liked it as a kid. And then,
Uh-huh.
so I actually last year I went back and I rewatched the first 2 episodes, and I could not sit through it. I did not believe that I watched something that was that awful. So
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I'm just gonna run through all the Chima stuff if you don't have any experience with it. Then,
Do not. Yeah, you go right ahead.
the speeders themselves, they worked. I remember playing with them. The sets themselves are not stable at all. The minifigures are okay. They're not as good as the Ninjago minifigures. This one's a spare part set. I don't even know if I ever even built that one. This one, the later speeders are much cooler. I think they've introduced this new crystal piece, but it's just I don't know. I think I still have this one, but it's terrible. This one, oh, that's a Ninjago one. Hold on. Let me find another Chima one for you real quick. I don't know. I just kind of like put these all in a random order so that we would jump around. But okay, here, this is
Mhm.
another one. This is a fire one, same as the ice one right there. This is a 2 pack. I guess it's a 2 pack. It's better. Minifigures are good in that one, but
Mhm.
again, it's a speeder. Who cares? Let me see. Let me run through this. So you also don't have any experience with Ninjago sets, you were saying, or a minimal.
I have kept up with it kind of
Oh.
vaguely, just kind of passively looking at stuff just because their stuff looks really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I've been to one set I don't buy Ninjago. So I try not to I try to stay away from themes I don't really collect to not get too crazy with the amount of Lego I
Yeah.
have. But they that their city line, the Ninjago city line
Oh my
is
god, it's so cool.
super cool.
Yeah.
You know, the markets or whatever it was called that they just came out with,
Mm-hmm.
really, really cool, absolutely intricately detailed set. If I were to buy Ninjago sets, I would buy those. Those
Yeah.
market sets or their city line is fantastic.
Yeah, I agree. So it looks like I didn't completely put all of my Chima or sets on here, but I don't care. Whatever. Let's just move past it.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, Ninjago and Chima are kind of in the same boat. Actually, while we're talking about it, let's just do all the Ninjago ones. There's this little fire mech battle pack. It's actually worth something now, but it's just like, I don't know. I thought it was cool. It was fine. It was a good price, but Interesting minifigure came with as well. The Kai was, I think, unique, but I mean, it's not like the most insane build I've ever seen. I can't. I don't know if I
Hmm.
could put it higher. Do you disagree?
No, I think it's a cool little mech. Again, I don't want to. I can only comment on how the set looks.
Yeah,
I can't. I have nothing to compare it to. I have no personal connection to it, so I don't have a crazy amount of
yeah.
input for Ninjago stuff.
It's a very basic set, but it's like it's a good basic set. So I could put it
Sure.
B. I could change this. I could put it a little bit higher, but it's I'll stick it there for now. Let me see. Cole's Earth Driller thing. This one's really cool. I remember this. The front actually spins when you roll it, which is really
Oh,
cool.
super cool. Big
Yeah,
like power miners
yeah. It's
feature.
basically just a power miner set, but it was very it was very so the base, like the chassis of it is very strong, but the parts that they put on top of it is very weak, so this has kind of fallen apart over the years.
Hmm.
So I mean, I think it's a great set. I would put this A, but because of how breakable it is, I'd put it B. Let's see, what else do I got here? Oh my god, this Sonic Raider set. I actually have
That thing
this.
looks sweet.
It is This is like the best I think this is the perfect Ninjago set. There's not there like you get all of the ninja, you get an exclusive Pythor minifigure and a grunt, and this is modular. Where in the show they have a thing like a part of this that can fly off. It's like
Hmm.
perfect. This is the perfect set. I'm gonna put that in S tier all day. We also have this Atlantis book. I don't need to talk about it. uh,
Great theme, great theme. I was
the
talking
theme
about
was great. Yes,
short-lived 2010 themes. Atlantis was cool.
it was
Like
cool.
it was a very, very cool theme.
But the book itself is just really meh. So I'm just
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Um, I also I assume you don't know. There's a Nexo Knight set in here. I don't.
Yeah,
It's destroyed.
absolutely unfamiliar with
Yeah,
Nexo Knights.
that's destroyed now. Uh, I have the Garmatron gun thing. The cannon. Comes with an exclusive commander. I don't remember his name, but he's a commander. It comes with an exclusive Garmadon. It comes with it's either an exclusive or one of two Zanes, which is really cool. And I still
Hmm.
have the set. It's very durable. I mean the functionality on it is not the best. It's a bunch of treads that don't really roll super well, but the set itself is really good. So I'll put it there. Let me, the Ninjago blimp is awesome. I don't really have any complaints. Some exclusive minifigures. This Temple of Light, awesome mech, basic build, great minifigures. I'll keep it there. Sorry, I'm trying to just run through this so that we can catch up on some of the time. Where do I have any more Ninjago? I don't see any more. This one, spare parts. This golden dragon. It's a great dragon. I mean,
That looks pretty cool.
yeah, the Ninjago's line is like mostly known for their mechs and dragons. This is a really great dragon. Another exclusive grunt, and then exclusive golden ninja, which is awesome. So
I mean, it goes to show why the theme has done so well for probably 13 years is because they're ninjas and they have mechs and dragons and vehicles. How could you, as a kid,
yeah,
that's why would you not like that?
yeah, they need to apply some of this building passion they have for the Ninjago theme to the some other themes because they have
Yeah.
some really crazy stuff they do over there. I'm very impressed with that line overall, even though I've kind of stopped collecting it.
Hmm.
I haven't interacted with it in a long time, but
For sure.
the sets I do have, I'm really fond of. I think I ran through all of those sets that I can find. I
If one
do,
pops up while we're going
yeah.
through, no big deal.
We'll get back to it. Let's get back to some Star Wars here. We have the N1 Starfighter,
Okay.
Mando's N1.
We're gonna have some contingency
I
here.
think we are.
I would not. I like this set a lot,
I
but I
don't
would
like
not
this set
rank
a
it.
lot.
I would not rank it S A, or I would probably put it in a solid B C because I think this set, for the most part, in person looks way better. The box art does the set no
Yeah,
justice.
no,
It
it
looks
doesn't.
way better in person than the box art makes it look. It's nice and long. I feel like it kind of captures some of the angles. I understand some complaints people had about it being too large,
Yeah,
but
it's
it's no
huge.
bigger than any other N1 we have gotten, minus like the 99 one.
All right,
It's
so
they're all around the same size. This
I
one might be a little bigger,
it is
but it is
it is bigger.
um it is bigger. But I can see what they were doing there. I wish I could tell this set was rushed.
Yeah.
You know, and I think they're upset with when they released it. This totally could have been a Mando season 3 set. I think they had stuff from Disney and they didn't have enough information about it. We could have gotten maybe a more defined version of it that came with R4 too, and maybe you had the option to switch between the Grogu Dome and R4. That would have been really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can tell where some things were rushed on it. It looks like the set needed some extra time in the oven. I
Yeah,
can
I was
totally
just
agree
gonna
with
say
that.
that. I was gonna say that exactly. It
Um,
needs some time in the oven.
but for $40, where you constantly see this set on
Uh,
sale at Target for $40. I've very rarely seen this set at like mass retail for its retail price, unless you're buying it from Lego.
I actually have
And
not seen it like that.
really,
I bought it from GameStop, I think, for Black Friday,
okay.
and I think I got it for like $50.
I'd say that's still high too. 60
Yeah,
was too high.
I
50, I think if it was 50 retail, like that was its retail price, I think that would have been better.
it's
And
way
then
too
you could have probably
expensive.
seen it. Yeah, it's way too expensive.
It's way too
First set to
expensive.
come with Mando's face print, which is
Yeah.
very cool. Um, Older dark saber, which I don't like at all, with the regular lightsaber hilt and just the black blade. They made it so much
Okay.
better in the new set with the
I d-
tie interceptor.
I don't understand people's complaint with this. I understand it's like not like the best looking, but it's a black lightsaber. I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
understand why people get so upset about it.
I think the only thing that upsets me about it is the color they chose for the hilt. It's a little
That's
off-putting to
fair.
me for
That's
some
fair. I
reason.
agree.
If they had done what they did in the new dark saber design, where they just made the hilt like a darker gunmetal color, would have been fine. I would have been
Yeah,
fine with
I
just like
agree.
this black baseball bat. But yeah, I can see why people don't like the set. I personally really like it. I love the ship in universe. I'm a big N1 guy. That's probably one of my top favorite Star Wars vehicles, next to the X-wing.
Hmm.
But I totally get where people are coming from. I think that set needed another year in the oven, and we would have gotten a much better looking version of it if Lego had taken the time not to rush it.
That's fair. Okay. Um, I wanted to ask. I've been organizing some stuff. I also don't know if you
Sure.
have experience with. Do you have experience with the Bionicle stuff, whether it be Star Wars or old Bionicle, or Dimension stuff?
Uh, I I kept up with Dimensions a little bit just because of the cool minifigures you were getting with it. I was part of the Bionicle generation,
Okay.
so there's a decent amount I remember there. I don't really remember characters too much. I just remember waves they did, like when they were in the sky and when they were underwater and when they turned into spiders and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I don't remember like the specific characters too much. I remember they were called like the Toa or whatever,
Yeah, the
but
Toa. I remember
uh,
that.
I watched the movies as a kid, but I'm not. I remember it more of like in a nostalgia, not really in
Thank
like
you, Exotic Potato. Have a great
a
day.
huge
Thank you.
fan kind of thing. But I appreciate the line too. It was a cool thing that Lego did. I wonder if it would do well if it was still around today. But
Probably not as well, but
yeah,
it.
I don't think so either. I feel like action figures are kind of dying out with kids. It's
I
really just
agree.
adults buying them.
I agree. Unfortunately, I agree. Yeah. So because of that, I do have a bunch of stuff up here we can run through as well. I'm just trying to
Okay.
condense this. We got some poly bags here. I have a Winter Soldier poly bag. It's literally just the minifigure with a motorcycle, and the minifigure's fine. So I'll just put it
That's
there.
awesome.
Yeah. This DJ poly bag has got a little cool little backdrop. What's up, Thriller Bricks? Yes, you did miss the Ninjago ranking. Sorry. Thriller Bricks, DJ, whatever. Sorry. DJ has this cool little stand, nice backdrop. It's but the minifigure nobody cares about, so whatever.
Yeah, that was when those Star Wars polybags started to kind of die, was when they added the stands. The
Yeah.
only cool minifigure we got out of this stand series for the polybags was the Han Solo Mud Trooper. That was a very
That
cool minifigure.
that and the Short Trooper. I mean, it wasn't as cool, but there was an exclusive Short Trooper that you got in a poly bag.
Sure,
Yellow
sure. Yeah, I do
Lobster.
remember that.
Hello, Yellow Lobster. Welcome. I'm glad you could make it. So I'll just throw those polybags up there. Luke Skywalker Bionicle, whatever.
I will say this line is the best when they're doing helmeted
I
characters.
agree.
Darth Vader, Cody,
I was just gonna get to
Boba
Cody.
Fett. That's when that line was at its best. I forgot they did Django.
They did Django.
Um,
K2SO is
K2
also
looks great.
amazing.
But I think they should have stuck with helmeted characters for that. The uncanny look of the people, because they have this mechanized look to them, but they're trying to do
Realistic,
actual
yeah.
people. Like, I'm sure you can walk into a Barnes and Noble and still find a Jin or so in there.
Yep, the infamous
These
Jin
days.
Urso.
Yeah, so they're still everywhere. But that line was at its strongest when they were doing helmeted characters. And in my opinion, I think the best one they did was Vader and Boba Fett. I think those are the better ones.
I agree. This is another Ninjago dragon, so I just threw it up here. It's a recent one.
Mhm.
I think I totally agree. I think all the helmeted ones are great. I have like most of the helmeted ones. I don't have the Boba Fett one, but all of the ones with like the faces, I totally agree. Like Luke Skywalker, the Darth Maul, the Jin Erso, they're terrible. I don't know why anyone would want
Oh,
them.
for sure. Yeah.
So Cody, as far as Bionicles go, I think he's probably one of the best ones, as well as Django, as well as K2. I'd put them all next to each other. The
I'd
range
put
trooper
Cody
one is
at B,
great.
honestly. I'd
You think
put
it's
Cody
better?
at B. I think he's better. I
I
think
I
the
honestly
Stormtrooper they did too was really cool, and that's kind of. But I'd put Cody at B.
So my only thing that I would disagree with is that these are Bionicles, so there's a certain audience for this, and I don't know if we are them. And
Mm-hmm.
I think that the Range Trooper Bionicle is honestly probably the best one. It is
Mm-hmm.
helmeted, the proportions are
Mm-hmm.
perfect, and you get exclusive cloth pieces, a great blaster. I think that's probably the best one. So I probably would put
Mm-hmm.
Range Trooper B, and then the rest of them in C would be my opinion. But I could see it, so I'll put it.
If you had the
B.
Stormtrooper on this list, I'd almost say that one's A.
I don't have the Stormtrooper, no. I do have the Death Trooper though, which is also fine.
That one's good. That
Yeah,
one's
I have
good.
the Death Trooper. I have a bunch of the Darth Maul one. Yeah. Actually, I think my Luke Skywalker is spare parts now. I don't actually think I have it assembled anymore, so
Mm-hmm.
put it there.
Okay.
The
The
General
Grievous is
Oh,
cool.
it's
I
great.
remember.
Yep, the
I
Grievous
would
is
put
great.
that at A. Put that at A.
I would put it in A, but I feel like he has too much armor. Like
Okay.
his shoulders are way too big, and his legs look like. I mean, I don't know. His legs look really small, and his shoulders look really big. So I feel like it's a little
Mm-hmm.
disproportionate. But as a
Okay.
Bionicle, it's great. So I put it in B.
Okay. Okay.
I also have a bunch of Hero Factory we can run through. This golden dude was fine. Chima shouldn't. A lot of it's near spare parts. Yes. This dude is like my favorite one. I don't. I might put that in A. I don't think you could change my. I know I'm gonna put the Range Trooper in A too. I don't think you can change my mind of those two are like the best ones. They're perfect.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing I can do about that. It's got a huge exclusive cape, fire aesthetic. The helmet can be removed, and it has a flip up visor that also
Oh,
looks good.
very cool.
Yeah, it also looks good when you take it off. That one's like perfect. There's this dude. I actually sold him recently. I'm not a huge fan of that one. This one too. It's just a wasp. Of course, it's a wasp. Of course, it's a bionicle wasp. Of course. Anyways, that dude is fine. Scorpion's interesting. This dude I liked. This dude. So I don't know if you have any input on any of these.
I'm not seeing a whole lot of Bionicles or Hero Factories I recognize.
Okay.
I kind of checked out a Bionicle as the last thing, and it might have been the last thing they did, but the last Bionicle wave I remember is the one where they were in the sky and all of them had the ball shooters.
Mm-hmm.
That was the last Bionicle wave I recognize. I remember the first wave of Hero Factory stuff, but
Yeah.
I was kind of checked out of that one too.
I joined the scene around when normal Bionicle stuff was ending. There was like a Bionicle movie I watched like 3 times and I loved it. And then they started doing a Hero Factory and I thought it was the same thing. And I didn't realize until years later that they were different.
They were different. Yeah.
I joined at the very end of the Bionicle stuff. So I have pretty much all Hero Factory stuff there. But moving on to I have a GWP, I have Microfighters, Minecraft, and Dimensions that we can run through.
Okay, that GWP right there.
Yeah,
I love the set. I would give it like an A, but I hate how we have to obtain some of these older. I love Lego giving attention to these classic themes in their own thing. I bought the Galaxy Explorer the
Mhm.
second it came out. I haven't built it yet, but I've seen it in person. I love that set. I would put it at probably one of my top 5 favorite sets of all time. I'm nostalgic for an era of Lego I wasn't even around for.
Yeah, that's
That's like
fair.
80s and like early 90s and stuff like that. But I love the callback to that. I think the way they're doing some of these sets is perfect, but I hate how we got this and the Blacktron Cruiser as gift with
I
purchases.
agree.
If you're gonna do a classic set like this as a gift with purchase, time it with a new release of one that someone's gonna buy anyway. So it's like Barracuda, or not Barracuda Bay, the El Dorado Fortress that just revealed like a week ago. If you were gonna do another classic gift with purchase, time it with that. They're gonna be buying that set anyway. It's a great add-on for someone who is gonna get that anyway.
I totally
I
agree.
think when gift with purchases are centered around a particular set that you're gonna buy, who
You should,
cares?
yeah, yeah. I also think that the vines or trees on this is very lackluster, and the ground,
Sure.
the foliage is. I strongly dislike the foliage on this set, and I think this is a bad GWP for the set it was at. So I would put it at B.
Okay. Okay. I if you the Blacktron Cruiser, I would definitely put it
I
A.
If I had it, I probably would put it A or S. Yes, but I don't have it. So,
Okay. Okay.
this is the gunship microfighter. I mean, it's fine. I don't know.
I'm not all that attached to the microfighter stuff. I just like some of the figures we get with it.
Yeah.
Last time we saw a clone pilot, which is
Yeah.
very cool. I don't know where they've been in Lego recently, but
Not on the
yeah, no,
not on the
nice.
UCS gunship. That's for sure.
No, not on that, and not on the new one either.
No.
No pilot there. So I don't know what's up with that, but
don't
we
either.
we gotten some cool minifigures out of and it's also been a great way to get figures that are otherwise inexpensive sets, like rearmored Boba Fett or Beskar Mando. So great cheap way to get minifigures that are really desirable.
Hello, Chameleon. Welcome back. Yeah, I was I just had a thought. I was gonna say I have a little story. When I got my microfighter, it's not a misprint, but it's mismolded. Like the mold on the
Interesting.
helmet. So the fin, my mold is wrong. It's like bent sideways on my helmet that I got in this set. So I don't know. I thought that was interesting.
Very interesting.
Yeah,
Might be worth something. Who knows?
it might be like the back of the fin is just like a 70-degree angle, just the other direction.
That's so weird.
It's really weird.
That's weird.
And it's not like I broke it. It's molded that way. So I don't know.
That's so weird.
That is very weird. But the set itself, I mean, it's a microfighter. I don't really care. It's a good minifigure with it, so I'll put it in like C. Also gonna run through some of these Minecraft sets I put in here. The cave one, it's fine. I don't know.
That looks like, is that one of the original like
I think so. I have
wave sets?
I have all the Minecraft sets I have are the original ones. It's like the original.
Okay,
wave.
okay. I think they've been doing a pretty good job with the Minecraft stuff. It's not for me. I don't
No,
really
it's not
buy.
for
I
me.
think I own like one $5 Minecraft set. But they look really cool.
I
I
agree.
have to give them that. They look very cool.
Especially the old, I feel like the older stuff, older Minecraft sets they have were like the best ones because it was like
Because they
were making
connected to.
yeah, they were connected. They also made the essential stuff, and now they're making like rabbit houses and then cow houses, and I'm like,
Yeah, that's
weird.
that's kind of weird.
It's weird.
They have done really cool large ones. They did
They
that
have.
big $300 mine
I have
set.
it.
They did a
It's on the
village. Yeah,
list. It's on the list.
that's or no, I think we're thinking of a different one. There was
Oh.
one that was like massive. It was bigger than this. It was, oh my God, it was basically 2 base plates long.
Oh,
It
wow.
was really, really big.
I mean,
And
this one I have is like 2 feet tall. I don't know.
and they did the village recently. Like it's like a
Ooh,
full on
that's cool. I did not see that.
1-to-1 village in Minecraft. It's very cool.
That's very cool. We got a couple more actually. I have a farm here.
I put that first night house in like B or A. That's a nice little.
I was gonna say this is A. This is like I think this is the best Minecraft build they've ever done.
There are some Minecraft sets where it was like, if you were to only own one of them, this would be the one, and they do a lot of that. That is one of those sets. Like if you were to buy one set that kind of represents the theme, that's one of them.
Yeah.
The mine is another one. They have a lot of like, if you were to only get one, you'd
Hello,
really
Outcast.
like this one.
Everyone's saying that we should have included the keychains and alarm clocks. I do actually have like 3 alarm clocks. I don't. I someone people. I got alarm
It's
clocks
not
like
even a
4 years in a
set.
row. No, it's not a set. That's why I can't put it on here. But
Yeah.
I have the Kai one, the Darth Vader one, and I have the Lloyd one. I got 'em, like
Hmm.
actually no, my brother has the Lloyd one, but we got them like 2 years in a row back to back for Christmas or something. I don't know. Whatever.
Okay.
Anyways, we have some of the dimension stuff I want to run through as well. These are basically just mini builds and minifigures. Uh, have you seen any of these? Because half of these are like cut off.
Let's see which ones that you have here. I think I see. Is that Mission Impossible? That
Yes, I
one
have the
right
Mission
there?
Impossible one right here.
Okay, that one was cool.
Yeah,
Nice little Ethan Hunt minifigure.
I
I'd
put it
put
like
that in
B.
B.
Yeah,
I think that's those sets entirely depend on the minifigure they came with to
I
rank
totally
them.
agree. Like nobody has the build. Like this one, this J one, the minifigure is fine. The the build is terrible. It's
Yeah,
I'd put
I
this lame.
I feel like I would put that. The same with that Lego movie cop one. I'd put
Yeah,
him in
D.
D.
Yeah, this one. This is a little Shang-Chi battle polygon or polybag I just saw. Just throw it
Hmm.
in spare. I never even built it. I just wanted the Shang-Chi minifigure. Anyways, the samurai one is fine. It's cool minifigure build is very mid. The Lord of the Rings dimension stuff was great though. They had a few of them that they made, and those were all really good. So I got the Legoless one that was strong. The Cyborg one was okay. A good way to get the Cyborg minifigures. Put J in spare parts. You know what? Actually, it is spare parts. You're totally right. I should do that. The Bad Cop one is also spare parts. Oh my god! Wait, all of these are spare parts. Hold on. Never mind. I have those ones put together. Um, which ones do I not have put together? Oh, I didn't put the Ethan Hunt one together because I just wanted the minifigure. So
I
I'm
would
gonna keep
still
it in
say
B.
like if
I'm
you
gonna
were to
keep it
rate
B.
that set only by the minifigure, I would keep it
I'm
B.
gonna keep
That's
it B.
that's
Yeah.
a great little
If I
minifigure.
did build it, that should be B. I just didn't build it. Um,
Some of those back in the day, I wish I did get solely for the figures that came with them.
I agree. I think I've actually been looking at going back and buying a few of them recently. Like there's the Beast Boy and Raven one. I really want that one.
I just got that polybag recently,
Really?
actually, at Brickworld. Yeah, I have not put it together, but I did just get that Doctor Strange polybag. I think it's a cool little polybag that, you get that little portal that he can make. It's a cool Doctor Strange figure. It looks like he comes with his cape.
He does.
I would rank that a B or A. That's a
I
great little
really like.
polybag.
It's a polybag. I don't feel like it can put it in the same caliber as A, but I do really like it.
Yeah, that's a great little set.
It is great. Yeah, I haven't even opened it yet because I've just been moving, but I'm gonna
Hmm.
build that very soon. Um, I have okay. So there's they. I don't know if you know what this is, but they for the
Those
Lego.
pods that they
Yes,
did
it's a
for
Lego
a very
Batman
short
pod.
stint.
Yeah,
The only pod I have is this Darth Vader one,
I didn't
and I
even know
think
they
he
made
was a
Star Wars
gift.
ones.
Yeah, they did one or two, and I think he was like a Lego store only gift with purchase. I had like one or two of them,
Mm,
and it was kind of cool. It was a free way to get the new Darth Vader minifigure, which was cool.
that's cool.
And the pod kind of looked like the Tantive 4, so I thought that was kind of cool too. But I think his gift with purchases, they're fine. Really depends on the minifigure, but they don't
Yeah,
do a whole lot for me.
I don't think this is great. I think the minifigure it's just Batman with like a leopard tuxedo. It's funny.
Hmm.
I think the pod idea was actually really cool, and I kind of wish they kept doing it because I feel like it's a great way to store it. They also have a
Hmm.
little side build in the middle of it, so I do really like the pod idea. I just don't think that this one was the best one.
Hmm.
So I'll put that in like C. Um, I guess we can keep going with Lego Batman. I have a few Lego Batman. Oh, here's a Ninjago one, spare parts. Anyways, we can keep going with some Lego Batman ones. I have the Mr. Freeze attack.
I think most of the Lego Batman movie sets were very cool.
I think so
Like
too. Although this
the
one I think is bad.
over the kind of over engineered look that the Lego movie sets had,
Hmm.
like way too detailed or way too like that Joker's Lowrider set. I'd put
It's
that right
S.
in A.
I put an S. I don't think I have an issue.
That
I have
that is a
zero
that is a
complaints.
great set. That is a fantastic set.
I have zero complaints about it. That's fair of Thoroughbreak. She was saying that all of the dimension stuff should be spare parts except for the minifigures. But I mean, I feel like some of
Yeah,
the
that's
builds
what
are
I'm saying.
okay. Some of the builds are okay. I don't know. Whatever. Um, yeah, the Riddler car as well is genuinely a perfect car. I don't think I would change anything about the set. You get two very niche villains and then a perfect Riddler, a great Batman, a perfect car. Again, that's literally a perfect set for me. I don't know if you have anything to throw in on that one.
I like I said, I would rank all of the Lego Batman sets pretty high. That Batmobile, I think I'd put in A. I don't know if it's entirely S. I'm not a
No,
huge
it's
fan
not
of like the
S.
the
It's
the
too
tank
big.
look, but I would say it's A. I would say it's a nice A, riding the line of like A B.
Yeah, I think that's fair. It's like bottom of A. That's
Hmm.
probably fair. And then we have the Mr. I started saying the Mr. Freeze attack, but we started talking about something else. I think this set is the worst, probably Lego Batman set. Like everything in it is very extra except the Mr. Freeze build itself. Like you could have just made this a Mr. Freeze polybag and it would be like S tier. Because I
Hmm.
really love the mech he has. The Mr. Freeze minifigure is great, but everything else in here is spare parts. So I would put this E, and the only thing keeping it from spare parts is the Mr. Freeze build.
Hmm.
So I put that there. What else do we have? The Catwoman chase. This one also was not.
That's a little that's like a D.
Yeah,
You know, the
it's meh.
smaller.
The set the shop itself. Again, this could be a polybag. This could have just been a Catwoman bike with Robin, but
Hmm.
whatever. We have the brickheads. I don't really like brickheads that much. I got these as gifts.
Yeah, they're like, you know, Lego trying to capitalize on the whole Funko thing.
Yeah,
I think the only brickhead I own is the Back to the Future one that came with Marty and Doc.
that's cool.
But yeah, no, they're I think they make great like gifts, but brickheads don't really do anything for me.
That is totally fair. I also forgot. I recently I just got this in the mail. I picked up the back of the DeLorean. I didn't put that
The
on
the new one or the old
the
one?
new one, like the
Okay, okay.
uh hold on.
That personally is an S tier set for me, I'll tell you
Yeah,
right
I
now.
was just gonna say I
It
should have put this on here.
it is a fantastic build. I'm happy they added that to like the larger IP line. It looks great. It's you get to make the car from all. I would say it's S, but the absolutely only thing holding it for me is it should have come with the other two versions of Doc and Marty from the first
That's
and the third
fair.
movie.
They totally could have
I
done that
think
too.
I think it should have had that. I would put it. It's riding the line of S and A for me, and that's one of the things holding it back. But again, it's not really a set you buy for the minifigures. You know, you want it because you want a nice big build of the
Yeah.
DeLorean. So that's why I'd probably keep it in S personally. But that was kind of a tiny miss right there, was not including the other two versions of Doc and Marty.
I think I'm just gonna go with whatever you rank it as because I really like the look of it. I just haven't built it yet, so I don't feel like I
I
have.
would put it in S then. That is a
Okay.
fantastic set. I'd
What's
put
up,
it in
Grim
S.
Blastern? Welcome, welcome. Yes, I think S is probably fair for that. Let me see what else. Oh, we have the clay face thing. I think this one also
That's
like
very cool.
perfect.
I'd
I
put
think
that in like B. B, that's a
it is
nice
high
BA.
B. Yeah,
High B.
I have like I think I got two of those, and I built them both because I just liked them so much. I
Hmm.
didn't buy them both. I got them as a gift, but let me see here. What else do I have? Oh, the penguin bike. Penguin.
That's a cool car. I put
It's
that in
really
A.
cool.
That's a
Yeah, it's really
cool
cool.
car.
Let me see what else is easy. Get this Lego Star Wars book. It comes with the new White Boba Fett. It's a good book.
Oh, okay. Minifigure wise, yeah, B. Book itself, you know, don't really care
C.
for.
Yeah, I don't know. The book itself was fine as like when I was a kid, but I
Hmm.
also
Hmm.
another Ninjago set here I found. It's two mechs with a bunch of exclusive minifigures. This is one of the best Ninjago sets I think they've ever made. I really
Sure.
like it. So, welcome back, Exotic Potato. How you doing, man? So one of my only city sets that I have is this plane.
Okay.
It's a plane with a little carrier cart. It's got a pilot with an orange jumpsuit, red markings, and a red helmet, and it's got a crew guy that's kind of cut off from the picture, but there's a crew
City
guy.
sets can be really cool. Like I'll be like walking down the aisles of Target sometimes and you'll see like I think last
Yeah,
year, this year they did this like blue crane and it looks awesome and it's $20 and there are some really cool city sets out there. A little plain like that, I'd say it's like C.
yeah.
It's a
It's
cool
like
little
it's a
set,
cool
but
little cool little build. Yeah, I
but
totally
yeah,
agree.
they're worth checking up on every once in a while as city.
All right, let's get back to Star Wars. We haven't done Star Wars in a while. We're
Sure.
just trying to run through some stuff. Let's go through some of the sets I think are actually going to be lower on the list.
Okay.
So we build out this bottom part here. Luke's hut. This is the
Uh
2017 Last Jedi set. Uh,
Cool build, cool minifigure for Luke. You know, somewhat disappointing movie,
yeah,
but I think Bill. If you were to focus on just the set, not anything about it, I'd put it in B. It's a cool little set.
I agree. I think it's fine. I think I don't know. It just feels very generic. I don't really have a place
Yeah,
for it in my
yeah,
collection. The Ray minifigure is good, and so the minifigures are good. I just I mean the build itself is it's just fine. I don't know. It's not like anything to like I don't know note home about. You know what I mean? But
hmm
yeah, it's fine. I put it in B, sure. I meant to put this one first. The Death Star trench. It's not trench. This Death Star escape. It's like I think it was
That
2019.
chasm.
Yeah, the chasm.
Yeah. I think it was 2019, 2018. That for me would be like a C. Cool little kind of $20 display piece. Not really a whole lot of play function for the youngins, but I think, I'm a little New Hope bias,
Yeah.
so I think that's why it ranks a little tiny bit higher, but I personally would put it in like C.
I'll tell you that I hated the look of it so much that I never built it. I got it as a gift, and I just took the minifigures
Hmm.
out and I never built it. I just put
Wow,
spare
okay.
parts. I think
Sure.
this is one of the ugliest Lego display sets. Like I usually I really like the vehicles that Lego makes. Those are like my favorite like kind of Lego sets is like the Ninjago dragons or the Star Wars spaceships, like stuff like that. That's my favorite. And so when they make like location builds like this, I'm usually like I usually like it less, but this one is like my least favorite location build ever. I really because you have it like C, I can maybe put it like bottom of D or top of E. I think the minifigures are good. The Stormtrooper helmet, I don't. Much prefer the 2014 Stormtrooper helmet, but I mean it's
Yeah,
okay.
I will honestly say Lego has never gotten the Stormtrooper helmet right. I don't know what it is.
I
And
think yeah,
I think there are some that look a little better than others, but it is just a helmet they
can't
cannot
do.
get.
Yeah,
They cannot, they do the clones so well. What is up with the Stormtrooper? I don't know why that doesn't translate very well into Lego.
I don't know either. Thriller bricks. I broke that set down 3 weeks after I built it. Put it in E. Yep, I'm gonna put it in E. It's just ugly. In the same vein, I also have the Duel of the Fates diorama thing. I do think this one's better.
That is a cool set. Kind of the
Minifigures are
same
great.
vein of like the little diorama of the chasm escape, but I think better. I would make that B. That's a cool little Phantom Menace display.
I was gonna say I would, if I'm being nice, I would put it in C.
Uh-huh.
The minifigures are great, like perfect minifigures for this set. But this is the ugliest. This is the build itself is worse. I think the build itself is worse than the. No, it's not. I hate the laser, and I hate you can see like all the mechanism below it. It doesn't look good.
Hmm.
There's not enough room on the back to like play with your minifigures, and they have
Hmm.
one wall. They don't have.
Yeah.
They don't have
Like,
zero. They
at
don't
least
have
give us
two.
two. At
Yeah.
least give us two.
Uh, I'd be hard pressed to put.
For that I could agree with C. For that, I
I'd be
think C
hard
is a
pressed to make.
nice fair. Yeah.
I can't make it higher
Nice.
than that though.
Yeah. Okay. I
Mini
agree.
minifigures are hard carrying these two sets for me. So,
Yeah.
let's get to some good sets. Let's look at some fun ones. The
Okay.
Mandalorian Starfighter, the new one.
That is a great set.
S tier.
That I ended up getting rid of it primarily because I just needed the money and I was
Mm-hmm.
liquidating some Lego sets. I kind of wish I didn't. I'm fortunate enough to still have the Bo-Katan figure. I don't have the Gar Saxon figure anymore because I sold the set.
Oh,
But great figure, great figures with the set. Really cool build, but I wish I hadn't gotten rid of it. That is an easy S.
yeah.
That is a
It's
great Clone Wars set.
That's probably one of the best sets they've. This and the Inquisitor Scythe, I think, are like the two best sets they've come out with recently for Lego Star Wars. Um, let's see. We have the Death Star. This is the original placed Death Star from like 2009, I think it is. This is the original one.
Oh, the original one.
The original one, not the new one.
Okay. That's an A for me. That
I
is a
totally agree.
classic Lego Star Wars set. That is, both playset and display. As an adult, it's a cool kind of every room is a scene from A New Hope
Yep.
and the other movie, but and I'm happy they updated it in 2016, but it is just it's a shame that it's not on the shelves anymore.
I totally agree. I think this is like one of. I think like this and the Millennium Falcon are like the two staple Lego Star Wars sets.
Yeah.
Yeah, I so this was like the set I always wanted, and I got this for my birthday. Like all of my family, like they all saved up and got this as one giant gift for me on my birthday. I think it was my
Oh,
13th
that's
birthday.
awesome.
I think yeah, it was like the perfect storm. It was I've been asking for it for years, and yeah, it was awesome. So not only do I think the set is great and it's a classic set, but I also have so much attached to it. So
Oh yeah, as a kid, I would have played with that set for hours.
yeah,
Like that is just it is the ultimate play set.
yeah, it's I think it's like the perfect playset. I agree. Some other great sets. The T6 shuttle. I don't know if this is a hot take or not, but this might be my favorite Lego Star Wars ship they've ever made. As like a
Really?
build. I think the design of it is super sleek. The I mean, in universe, I really like it. It's one of my favorite ships in universe, and I think they translated it perfectly to Lego. They have, I think, a unique Shaak Ti and Saesee Tiin. I think that's his name, and I think they have a Clone Wars Anakin, which is whatever. I think the build still holds up, and the new T6 shuttle that's coming out or supposedly coming out is my most anticipated set of the upcoming wave, and that's really saying something because
For sure.
we have a gunship coming and a ghost coming. So
Yeah, it's gonna be we're getting a lot of cool and not so cool stuff coming this summer.
Yeah.
But yeah, I totally agree with that. I don't know if I would personally place that set as high, but I can see where you're coming from. It's a really cool design. You know, I'm nostalgic for that era of Lego Star Wars when the Clone Wars was really in, but I just don't know if I'd give it like an A or a B, but
I will. I can go with an A because of the Clone Wars Anakin. I think I don't like the Clone Wars style minifigures, so I guess if S is supposed to be the perfect.
Oh,
tier,
for sure. I mean, I don't. If
Yeah.
anyone says they do, they're lying.
Yeah, yeah. So I can, I'll put an A because of the minifigure being Clone Wars. But if these were regular minifigures, I would put this an A. So or S tier. So
Okay.
let's see. 2013 ATTE.
I think the one we got this year is the best ATTE we've gotten in a long time. I think the other ones are okay. All right. So if looking at it just like I'm going to compare it to the other, even though it's not there. I'm going to compare it to the other one. I think like
Here,
people still trying to pay ridiculous prices for the old one is ridiculous. I think even comparing them back when the sets were new, you get better value for your money with the new one than you do the old one, both in piece count, minifigure count. Like this one is basically a massive battle pack. You get a vehicle which a lot of mock builders would want multiples of. 3 212 troopers, 2 battle droids, and a spider droid, and the Commander Cody figure, which looks great. I think the new one is an automatic S, and I think the old one is honestly a B. I'm sure there are people that are nostalgic for it, but like the minifigure selection, you get some cool Jedi. You get one clone trooper with it though. At least with the new one, you can have like a crew with the ATTE. This one, it's just the one clone.
True.
And the 2 Geonosis battle droids are also very cool. So I would kind of put it in A, but the new one is definitely S. 100%.
So I would put them both in A.
Okay.
I personally, the builds themselves, I think the new one's probably better just because it's newer, so I have recency bias. But I think honestly, if I'm looking at them objectively, they're like the same build. They're very similar. I put them both side by side. They are the exact same size. They have some of the exact same decals with like the what are they called? The flat pieces. I don't know, whatever. They look exactly. They are very similar. So I think the only thing stopping this for me from making them any different is the minifigures. The first one, you get 2 battle droids, great. You get Coleman Trevor, amazing.
Great.
You get only one clone, but it's a good clone. I'm not a huge fan of this Mace Windu. They've made plenty of other great Mace Windus, and this is just not my favorite because of the legs. Just the half of them are just white, which makes it look really weird. So I think it's fine. I could put it S and I could put it B. So I was just thinking putting it A. And the new one, I think I like the minifigure selection a lot better. I think the build, just because of recency bias, I think it's better.
I just think looking at both of them side by side for some reason, like it's like trying to ignore a little recency bias I just feel like the new build looks better. The legs feel like they're because like the 2013 one reminded me a lot of the 2008 one, and that one kind of felt like it was really stretched out, and Everything was kind of maybe taller than it needed to be.
Mm,
I'm a big fan of how the 2022 one looks versus the 2013 one,
that's
and
fair.
I know there's a lot of nostalgia for the 2013 one. For some people, they were kids when that set came out. I was about like 16 when that came out,
Yeah.
so not a
This
crazy amount of nostalgia for me there.
this is the set that started my bankruptcy. So,
Okay.
I got the 2013 was a big year in our household. Both my parents got raises, and
Hmm.
so Christmas was right around the corner. So they went kind of crazy that year, and they got us a lot of
Okay.
Lego sets. I got a lot of Ninjago, like most of the Ninjago sets I have on this list, I got from them, or I got that year, and I also got the gunship from my grandparents, not my parents, and I got this from my. I think I got this from my dad, and then I got the B wing from my. No, that was the next year. So, yeah, this year with the 2013 year was like my introduction to like, well, not introduction to Lego because I had Lego before, but this is what made me like really get into it. So I have a lot of nostalgia for this, so it's hard for me to move past that. And as well, I want to know
Hmm.
what two things you want to. I want to hear your opinion on two things about the 2022 one: helmet holes and crab droid.
Okay. The crab droid thing, I get it's not accurate to the movie, but it doesn't really. It would have been cool to get the crab droid. I'm
Yes.
not bothered that it's not there, but it would have been cool to have. And the helmet holes, I've made it very clear in my videos. I just don't care
Yeah, I
about the
don't
helmet
care either.
holes. Like
I don't either.
I don't know why it makes people so upset. I understand like they look a little weird, but it's entirely unnecessary, the complaining they did. And I understand too that the rangefinder and the visor pieces are 15 years old. They
Yeah.
should be updated a little bit. But that's what we have right now, and they were conforming those pieces. So you have these pieces that Lego makes that work for both the Phase 1, Phase 2 now, and Mandalorian helmets, and they don't have to change anything. They can leave
Yeah.
everything the same. It's one part they make that works with all three.
I think
And
that's
to not
smart.
make it sound like to not make it sound like I'm bootlicking a billion-dollar company, I understand like cost-saving measures like that and not wanting to, manufacture like redundancies. Like what is the point of manufacturing a little bit of accessories for solely the Phase 2 stuff?
That's
If I
fair.
was running a business, that wouldn't make any sense to me. I would want it to be uniform and work together, especially because of how simplistic Lego looks and
Mm-hmm.
not overly detailed. You don't need a phase 1 version of the visor or the phase 2, which is why I feel like almost the blocky look is okay. But just don't care about the helmet holes. They
Yeah.
just don't bother me.
I don't care about the helmet holes either, but the crab droid thing does bother me because there is
Hmm.
absolutely no reason why they couldn't put a crab droid in here other than that they didn't think of it. They just I saw the interview that Solid Brick Studios did. They just didn't think of it, which is dumb because if they looked at any of the source material, they would know that there's no spider droid. The spider droid's
The
fine, but there's no reason for it to be in the set.
The Lego designers have like a weird affinity for like the original trilogy where they
Yep.
absolutely ignore. I mean, look at the any set that the 332nd clones come in. Not accurate to season 7 at all. You had
No.
the AAT set and now a swamp speeder. When did they use swamp speeders in that 4 episode arc at all?
When did they use
They just
AATs in that episode?
yeah, when did they? Yeah, it's just they refuse to do any research into anything, and then you get weird stuff like the Captain Rex helmet. It has a nice little like written piece about Captain Rex, plenty of detail in there, but I just don't understand how like there's some stuff they choose to focus on and other stuff they just don't care about.
I agree.
It is so weird.
Speaking of which, let's just run through those couple of sets here. I have the Captain Rex helmet. What do you think? B? A?
That's an A for me.
A?
I think both the Cody and Rex helmets look absolutely
I
fantastic.
haven't
They're
built them
both
yet.
A.
I haven't built them yet because I'm waiting to move and I'm going to do a live stream building them. So I haven't done it yet,
Hmm.
but I think they're going to be great. Um, the AAT, I also think I would put A or B.
I would put that in C
C.
or B. It's like a C B for me. Like Ahsoka 332nd and the droids look great. The build is okay. I would have preferred for $40 to get a second 332nd clone.
I agree. Although my issue with the set is not. I mean, I don't even really have an issue with the set. I think a lot of people. I actually really like the set, but the thing that holds me down for it is that I know it's inaccurate. I just always assumed it was very stylized, because I know the barrel's long and I know the proportions on the bottom side are kind of small, but I also think
Mhm.
it just really works. I don't know. I feel like if this was like a mini tank, if the Separatists ever had a mini tank, this would be a perfect build. I understand the proportions are off. I just kind of, I don't know. Something about this set makes me really like it. So, although I will recognize it's definitely flawed, but the 332nd Trooper hard carries this set. I have two of these sealed that I'm just gonna sit on because I know it's gonna do well.
The that is so weird that it's a, and I saw that you have the 2015 version of that one on here too on this list. That is
Yes, I
a
do.
vehicle that for some reason has gotten worse over the years. That 2015 one looks horrible in my
I
opinion.
really don't like. I was gonna say I don't like it. Yeah, it's
Like
not good.
D easy. Like I was when I was at Brickworld, what was that, a week or two ago? I saw a sealed 2001. It was either 99 or 2000 that came out.
Yeah.
Looks fantastic. Like
Oh, the Clone Wars one.
the older they get for those AATs, the better they look.
Totally.
The 2008 Clone Wars one, that one looked great. And then the 99 one, that one is also fantastic. I can't believe how well it had hold up for being a 25, almost 25-year-old set.
Yeah.
It was really tempting to buy. The box was in beautiful condition. I just couldn't justify spending $300 on a
Yeah.
tiny Lego
I get
set.
that.
So, but I don't know why that vehicle has gotten worse over the years.
I was gonna say, like, not even just the original, but also there was that Clone Wars one that they did. I think that's probably the perfect AAT.
Oh yeah, that
Uh,
it great
yep.
size. I think it was a decent price. I think it was like $50 back
I
then.
think so. I think it was
You know,
50 or
it
60.
was it was a good price. You got I think you got a clone, Yoda, a couple of battle droids. Great set. Great set.
I totally agree. I was just putting a couple of things like brickheads and whatever. I forgot what to put up here. There's a
Sure.
Mando one I put in B. I think it's fine. I don't even know what else I put up here. I was just throwing a couple up there. I forgot to mention. We have the helmet Boba Fett head helmet whatever.
Great helmet. I'd put
I
that in A.
Yeah, I think I agree. I think it's perfect. Okay. So I have okay. This one's interesting. This is the probe droid. I have the sealed. I got it for Christmas and I didn't get a receipt. I don't really like it. I think the build is fine. I just don't want a probe droid sitting on my shelf. Like I don't have space for it. I don't have room for it, and I don't really care that much about a probe droid. I think it is very. It looks very. The head looks way too blocky, and I don't know. I never built it. I'm either gonna wait to see how value it does value wise, but I think it's losing value to be honest. I think it's below retail right now.
I think it sucks that this didn't do too well, and I know out of the wave of stuff we got that year, it didn't. But I actually really personally like the look of it. I like the little snowed-in stand it has, like how they even put snow on the plaque. I
I do
think
think
that's
that's
really
cool.
cool.
I agree.
It's like a really nice cheap display piece of one of those droids they've done. It sucks how like it's. I mean, obviously, if they were to make it to scale, it would be massive, but. I think it's cool. I really like it. I have not built mine yet. A lot of the sets I've purchased in the past 3 years, I keep sealed just because I'm also one out of space and moving at the end of this summer.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to keep a lot of this stuff boxed so I can build it when I get my whole home office set up. But yeah, that is one I am looking forward to putting together. But I would personally rank that at like a B.
Whoa. I was gonna put spare parts. So
Really?
we got an
Okay. No,
issue here.
I think it looks pretty good. I think it deserves a bit more credit. I'm disappointed it didn't do as well. I understand some complaints with it. I'd be willing to meet you at C with that one.
I think we should just put this in can't rank. I think this is gonna be one of the most controversial ones we have on the list, to be honest.
Okay. Okay.
I don't think I can rank this. I can't fathom putting it higher than D. I cannot
Wow. Okay.
I
I've
cannot
never heard someone say something so bad about that particular set too. It's like seems like most people are either unoffended by it, it didn't really do anything for them, or they really liked it. I haven't heard someone say they didn't like it this much.
I mean I don't it's not like the worst set they've ever made, but it's one of my least favorite Lego Star Wars sets. It
Wow. Okay.
it's bad enough where I haven't wanted to build it, and I've had it for like a year. So
Wow.
I don't know. I can't consciously put this in the same category as like the Ahsoka AAT
For
or
sure.
the
Okay.
N1. So
Wow.
sorry. Uh, the 2013 gunship.
The 2013 gunship. Yeah,
I
I think that would be the only complaint about the gunships for me, and they all get this, is it's a little too big. It's
I
a
do
tiny.
agree.
It feels a tiny bit bigger than it needs to be. I
Like
hope the new one coming out this year is a little smaller.
I do agree. I think it's a little big, but I can also nitpick a little bit of the other sets in S tier, like the Inquisitor ship could be a little bit bigger, and so is the Mando N1. Like the cockpit in that's really small. It could be a little bit bigger, but I feel like it does such a good job with detail that I can overlook the scale.
Yeah, that is a great set. It is. I can't wait for the new one. I hope the new one isn't all Coruscant Guard redded out. No, it sounds like it might be.
Yeah.
I hope it isn't. Some people had mentioned. I think it's an interesting idea that maybe they're planning on doing a gunship every couple of years now. So like we get the Coruscant Guard one this year, and then maybe in like 5 years they retire it and they do like a regular one or like a Plo Koon one or
Yeah.
whatever. Which I like, kind of like what they do with X-wings. You know, we get like Luke's X-wing. We've had a couple Poe X-wings, so maybe they'll do that. But I don't know if the Lego's going to give the gunship that much love. But I
Yeah.
hope the newer one is a bit smaller. But yeah, no, I think it's a great set. It's fantastic. A lot of people love that just 2013 era of Star Wars.
Hmm.
I personally don't think it's as perfect as everybody likes to remember it was. I think a lot of people are pretty nostalgic for that era because they were kids when it came
Yeah,
out.
I
You know, again,
was. Yeah.
I was a little older when the 2013 era was it. But yeah, no, great set. I would put it in A. I don't know if it could be S for me, but it is up there.
If S is supposed to be perfect here, I can see it being a little overscaled. I can see it.
Okay.
I can put it. I can put it in A. Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
Okay.
Um, let's see. Let's do it. Let's do like a really obscure one. Let's grab something
Ooh, let's do.
obscure.
I'm interested. Let's do Captain Rex's ATT. I see that right there. Let's do that.
Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
It's right under the First Order TIE fighter. You're almost right. Little bottom.
Oh, yes. There we go. Okay.
Right there, right there.
Yes. This is Steinfenic. Welcome. How long is left of the stream? About an hour. So, ooh, this is an interesting one, actually. Okay.
I would put this. I would put this in A. I think it is. I wasn't. Yeah, I actually rewatched that episode of Rebels not too long ago, and it's not as good as I remember it being when Captain Rex first comes back.
Yeah.
And but the build is really cool, and we don't get
Uh-oh.
home. It's got a big landing. There's like gantry ways everywhere. And then the look of the Lego set too is just really cool. The minifigures are okay. I think like the old Rex minifigure is a little not very exciting, but the build is great. I think it's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so I don't know if you noticed at all, but my Wi-Fi lagged like through like half of that. But
Okay,
from what I
I
did,
didn't notice. I didn't
yeah.
notice.
So from what I did hear is I agree with everything you said. Minifigures are okay. The fifth brother comes in there, which I really like the first one. I mean, I like both fifth brothers, but I think that one is also really good. A new very unique ATTE build. Yeah, I agree. I don't know if I could put it in A, but I could put it in a high B for sure.
I think we could meet in the middle and meet with a high B. I think the build is one of those Rebel sets I do regret not buying. Not that I would go out and buy a sealed one today, but I low key wish I had. I don't miss
I'll
it
put an
like
A.
to the point where I wish I could have gotten it, but I wish I kind of did get it back in the day. It's a very cool set.
Yeah, you know what? The more I look at it, like the more I look at what's in B tier, I think I should put an A tier. I agree.
Hmm.
Okay, cool. The new 501st Battle Pack.
Okay, so cool minifigures, but totally. I said this in my review. Totally unnecessary release.
I
I
agree.
get at like a business stance, like, oh, the 2021 did so well. Let's give an ad, because that is basically an add-on to the
Yeah.
2021. You know, if you buy just both of those, you get a great little complement of 501st clones. You get 3 standard ones, a jet trooper, an officer, 2 heavies, and a specialist. That's a great little 501st squad. The cannon looks great. I love the little scaled down version of that AV7 cannon that we got there. But it just feels like it's taking the place of a better set. What I wish happened was we got the 332nd back when that came out. And if the plan was to do 2 battle packs this year, we should have gotten the 332nd battle pack instead of this and something entirely different this summer.
Yeah,
I wish that
they should have just put it in the here. I agree.
Yeah, I think it's a cool set, but it's just taking the place of what could have been an even better set. So for that, I can't rank it any higher than B.
I will say that I do really appreciate, again, the use of the add-ons. This is basically just like 501st, but with accessories. So I do really appreciate that. When I first got this, I liked it as much as the original, because I know a lot of people said, well, how many of you are gonna like army build specialist? Every single Battlefront 2 character is a specialist unit at this point, basically, and this is just a Battlefront 2 battle tag. So
that I loved. I loved it. It was such a weird, like, and again with them just not understanding anything about Clone Wars. You have Season 7, the intro of Season 7, in the background of the box of that set. These guys are not in the show at all. These are pulled straight from Battlefront.
Yeah.
Cool as hell thing that they did, pulling it straight from Battlefront, but man, it's just I said in my review, there's so many other clone battle packs we could have gotten instead of another 501st battle pack a month after they discontinued the old one.
Yeah, okay, hold on. I just got really distracted because I'm looking at chat. Steinfennec says that the AAT should be in at least top of B tier because it's the only AAT set. What do you have to say about that?
What do you mean, like the only?
It's the only AAT set.
You mean like on? It's not the only AAT set. There's a joke here that I missed.
Yeah, no, I'm making fun of him because he thinks that it's the only AAT set. No, it's not the only AAT set.
Maybe he meant like the only. That's why I was confused for a second. No, I think he meant like the only separatist set maybe that we've gotten recently.
I mean, recently,
maybe,
yeah, sure. But
maybe he meant that, but
I don't
no,
know.
it is not the only AAT.
Cool minifigures, yeah, sure. The 332nd Trooper is okay. The Ahsoka's inaccurate, and the 2 battle droids are in every separatist set that we've gotten in the last like 5 years.
Yeah, a lot of that. That's why I don't want to see a Kashyyyk clone trooper for the longest time. That was so disappointing as a Clone Wars fan when we were
when I got it,
only getting Kashyyyk stuff. Years.
When they first came out with it, I was obsessed with them because I thought they were so unique and I didn't think they were gonna come back. But now we've gotten more Kashyyyk troopers and sets than we have B2s. So yeah.
Commander Gree is in like 3 sets.
Yeah.
Cool minifigure, but like 3 sets.
Yeah.
That came out in the span of like 5 years. Commander Gree was like Luke Skywalker at that point. Him and that Kashyyyk trooper were in so many sets from like 2014 to 2019.
And not even
just
ridiculous. Not even just that, but Commander Gree has been in 3 sets, and we have never had an Echo or 5s. Actually, no, we've had 1 Echo, but it's Bad Batch. We've never had a 5s, which is criminal. So,
well, you guys are gonna feel really, really, really sad about that when you see my GCC video about the ARC Trooper Echo and 5s, which look great.
They're never coming out.
Very excited. And well, I have the custom ones, but I don't think Lego's ever doing that.
Probably not. No, but I mean, they could have done like the Phase 1 ones and just printed onto the.
Oh yeah.
They could have done that. I would have been happy with that.
100%.
I don't know. Whatever. What were we talking about? What do you think about?
I see an easy.
Sorry,
what were you gonna say?
You first.
I said I see an easy S tier.
Jabba sail barge.
No, the A-wing TIE advanced rebel
S
set.
Tier. Where is it? Yep, S tier.
It's right there.
Perfect.
That is a very easy S tier.
Perfect. So Steinfennec was bringing up the Emperor Palpatine throne room. I have the 2015, 2016 one.
It was 2015, I think.
2015, yeah. Not the new diorama. I would get it if I wasn't broke and it wasn't $100, but I don't know. I'm debating it. I really want it, but I don't know if it's worth $100 yet. Anyways, this one, I want to hear your opinion on before I say anything.
I would give, it's very similar to the one that came out in 2020. There aren't a crazy amount of differences, but I would give either of those like a solid B plus, A minus, kind of right in the line. They are cool display pieces, cool play sets, great minifigures, iconic moment in the Star Wars saga. I would definitely rank that pretty high.
I was gonna
Not
say
S for me, but I
no,
think it's a
no.
solid B.
I was gonna say mid to low B.
Okay.
I think it's an excellent playset, especially for kids.
Hmm.
I think you get all the minifigures you could want in this set. I think the minifigures are all good. The set is good. There's not anything inherently bad about it. I just obviously I'm like an adult now, so I'm not really like playing with my Legos, and I just think it's a very awkward piece to display. So
Hmm.
for my purposes, if I like as it comes to my collection, I'd probably put this in like a low C just because it just doesn't have a place at the moment. But I think objectively as a set, it's good, especially for younger audiences. So I'm fine with a B.
Okay. All
But
right. Yeah, I
the
can move on to that.
diorama set Steinfenick that you're asking, I think that is definitely by far the best
I
diorama.
think it's the best Star Wars not the best, like I think the best diorama is the Indiana Jones one we just got.
I honestly prefer that to the Indiana Jones one.
But I think the final duel diorama is the best Star Wars diorama we've gotten so far.
Yeah,
It is objectively the best one.
for sure. It's the only one I'm considering buying. I'm not a huge fan of any of the diorama ones except for that one. So, the Imperial Shuttle Tidarium is not on this list, but we can do the Imperial Shuttle while we're talking about it. The
The
Tidarium
Tidarium, well, that sucks too because the Tidarium one was so cool.
that is
That was
like
a great
that
set.
is in my top 5 sets of that I'm most regret not getting.
That is a great set. I
It is
do
so good.
regret not getting that one either. That is good. I don't know if I'd put the new one at A. I'd say it's a B.
It's a very high B
The
for me.
cockpit looks a little awkward.
I
I think
do,
they get the
yeah.
overall design of the Landa shuttle pretty good, but the cockpit, that weird black spot at the bottom of it,
Yeah, that is true. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of that.
but nice little set.
I agree. I think that's out of all of like the new downscaled sets that they're doing. I think this is the
Yeah, I
best
think it's
one.
one of the better
Yeah.
ones. I honestly think the best one might be controversial, might not for the downscaled ones, is the slave one.
Oh
I think it
no, my friend.
I think
My
I
friend.
think it looks I think it captures the Slave One look pretty good. Slave One is not that small, but I think
No.
it's one of the better ones. I like how the cart acts as a little stand for it, but I'm interested to hear your thoughts.
I don't think this is the worst slave one. I think the one
Okay.
from 2008 is probably worse than this one, and the ones before
Yeah,
that.
I would agree. I
I
would
think
agree
this
with
is
that.
better than those, but I think every single set between 2019 and 2009 are better than this one. The UCS one, the old
The
big
UCS one is
one.
perfect.
Yeah,
Like that's
that is my number one set that I want to get right now is the UCS
I'm
Slave
so
one.
happy I bought that set when it was brand new on the shelf. The
That's
UCS
awesome,
one is
man.
perfect. It is
Yeah,
fantastic.
I I think this is a very mediocre one.
Okay.
The Boba Fett is I still don't like how the helmet's mismatched. I don't like it, and I know it's a Lego thing. I don't really care. I just don't like how it looks.
Mhm.
The Mando is also when this came out, I had no issues with it, but now that I'm seeing the updated versions, the more I'm realizing how bad the old Mando used to be. Not bad, but it's
Oh
just
yeah,
very
it's
mediocre.
just like
Yeah.
I'm so happy they finally fixed Mando.
So I honestly would put this probably like I'd put this with the AAT.
Okay, all right. I think for me it would be like a B right into the line of C, but I could agree with C.
Yeah, right in the line of C's. I'm yeah, that's probably fair. Okay, let's do something interesting here, something a little different. Advent calendar. This is
Advent calendar.
the one with the snowy gonk droids, the holiday 3PO, holiday R2, and Summer Vader. I think
Yeah,
this
those
is the
minifigures.
2021. I think 2022, 21 or 22.
These figures don't do much for me.
No.
But they're sometimes you get some pretty cool stuff in the advent calendars. They were like a cool thing to do when I was younger, but
Yeah.
I don't really. Yeah, I'd put that at like E.
I always wanted one when I was like 9 or 10. I always wanted one, and nobody ever got me one. And so last year, I thought, you know what, I'm gonna finally like fulfill my inner child and get one.
Hmm.
And yeah, they're all. I didn't build any of the builds except the mini, like the Gonk droid. So I would put this in spare parts had it not been for the minifigures, which are all not great, but I have the minifigures, so
Hmm.
E probably. Um. Okay, looking at some of the stuff at the bottom here, what do you think would be interesting or controversial to talk about?
Ooh.
Oh, sorry, I'm gonna put
Look.
Rebel and S tier real quick. There's no debate.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
easy,
yeah.
easy S tier.
Anyways,
How do you like that?
I haven't built it yet, but because I'm moving. Obviously, I just moved it like last week or something. I put it in my storage room, and it's probably the first live stream I'm gonna do. Well, second live stream I'm gonna do in the new place is probably build it. And oh my god, I am so excited. I cannot. I don't really get a chance to talk about it very much because it doesn't really come up much on my channel. But I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan.
Sure.
It's the perfect Lord of the Rings set. So,
I see that that pod racer from the 20th anniversary line. I would put that in A.
I really like it too. I actually thought that was gonna be a point of contention.
I think the build looks really, really nice. That is one of the anniversary sets I regret not getting, but that one, I think the build looks really good to that. $20 too.
Yeah,
great great price. I loved the whole classic minifigure they included with all those 20th anniversary sets. I hope they do something for the 25th anniversary next year. I don't know if they will or they won't, but that would also be very cool.
I mean, that'd be very cool, but I'm not expecting it.
Let's see what else you got here.
I have the Master Builder Series Cantina. It's probably an S tier.
That's an S tier. Yeah. It's a very easy S tier.
I have the Playscale Razor Crest, also probably an easy S tier.
Ooh, I don't know if I'd rank. I don't know if I'd rank that one that high.
Okay.
I think I was a little disappointed with how it looked in person. You know, I think
interesting.
And maybe it has more to do like how the Razor Crest is like not a very nice looking ship in universe. I have the UCS one and I haven't built it yet, but that looks like it's gonna be amazing. I'm very excited for that. I know it's not fair to compare a Playscale set with a UCS one, but I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of the Playscale one. I actually got rid of mine. Wow. I don't have it anymore.
Okay.
I think the figure selection is good. You know, you get Grief Karga, you get IG-11, you get a Scout Trooper, nice little figure selection, but I would put it in like B personally. I don't rank it as high.
I'll put it at the bottom of A because I probably would have put this S tier if it was me. So
I think it's just the set suffers from having a whole lot of not very attractive angles. I think from the side on, the set looks horrible. Like it looks very big and bloated and
I don't know.
blocky. It's not.
I'm looking at it. It's right now. I'm looking at it from the across the room, and it's facing the other way at the back, and I still think it looks really accurate.
Okay.
So I'm still a fan of it. Hold on, I need to add another set. We were talking about the 20th anniversary, and there's another one I forgot to put on here. Was the dropship, the Stormtrooper dropship, the new one.
Cool callback to my era of Lego Star Wars. Yeah. You know, I was a kid when 2006, 2007.
Okay, hold on. I gotta interrupt you. Do you know what base 327 is?
No.
I almost had a very cool opportunity of geeking out. Okay, never mind.
Okay.
Never mind. Look it up on YouTube after. But
sure.
I think I haven't built. This is another one I've gotten before while I was about to move. So it was for my. When did I get this? I don't know. I got this. Did I get this for my?
The Shadow Stormtrooper, yeah. Very cool.
I got this for my birthday, but it came like 2 months late, so I haven't built it yet. I think it looks fine. I think the dropship itself is an okay build. The minifigures are great callback. So I would be fine with putting it in B. I'm
okay with B.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's see what else you got here.
We got a helmet.
Ooh,
here.
I'm interested to hear your thoughts about the. I got all right. I'm gonna do 2 sequel trilogy sets right here.
Okay.
I see the Resistance Bomber and I see the Ski Speeder.
Ski Speeder
is right next to the Resistance Bomber.
Hold on.
It's below the TIE Striker, over to the right.
I just saw the TIE Striker. Hold on, I just saw it. Where?
Over to the right a little bit. Right there. You're right. Yeah, right there. So there's your.
Okay.
I would rank the Bomber at A. I think it's a very, very cool looking set, nice and big. I like the vehicle in universe. The color with the light blue on the gray like they did with the Resistance X-Wing. I like that those match. Decent figures with that. You get Poe Dameron in like a flight suit. You get a couple. The bomber pilots look really cool. I really liked that set. It's one of the sets I sold recently that I kind of regret selling, and I think it's pretty cool. So I'd put that one in A. the ski speeder, if the ski speeder set was just the speeder, that would be an easy A for me. I
Yeah, me
think it's a
too.
very cool little, but I just don't care for that extra crap they put on
It's
there.
just to raise
Um,
the price. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. If that was just Poe Dameron and like another figure or two and just the speeder, even in that size, easy A. But
Yeah.
because of the extra stuff, I'd put it in B, and I put the bomber in A.
So I would put the bomber in B and the ski speeder in C. I
Okay.
think the bomber, the functionality of it and the minifigures are S tier, but the exterior I'm not a huge fan of, especially these little dinky wings on the side. I hate them.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
look horrible. I hate them. And I know that's what it looks like in the movie, but it looks bad. So I'm just not a fan of it. And also, this is another thing with just how my room and my collection is. I have nowhere to put it.
Mhm.
It's so big and long and so thin, but it's not thin enough to put like on a thin shelf because it has the two little wings and it looks
Yeah,
wrong
yeah.
without them. I just have nowhere to put it where it looks good, and I'm not a huge fan of the movie or the source material that it's from. It's really hard for me to put it anywhere above B. But I see why you like it. It's just not for me. So are we good with like top of B?
I'm good with B. Good with top of
Okay.
B.
And then the ski speeder, I think the ski speeder itself is fine. The minifigures are okay. And the side builds is so unnecessary. What's up, Keegan?
Yeah,
Welcome to my stream.
so unnecessary.
It's so unnecessary. So I would put this in like C or D. I put in
We put it
C.
in high C.
Yeah, we'll put it with like I'll put it with the slave one. That's
Okay.
fine. Yeah.
Okay.
N1 needs to come up more, by the way. That we need to put that like top of C. We were so Steinfenick was talking about the Scout Trooper helmet. I think this is the best Star Wars helmet set they've ever done.
Yes, I would say that the Scout Trooper one is probably the best looking one.
I don't
The
think
most accurate
yeah.
because it's great because it has a lot of sharp edges
Mm-hmm.
and Lego even still they're getting better, but curves are hard for Lego.
Especially this Rex
They're
helmet. I mean, it looks
bricks.
good,
Yeah, yeah.
but yeah.
It could be better. Cody, they did a really good job on.
I
I
agree.
think but yeah, I would rank the Scout Trooper at S. They're probably their best helmet.
For sure, for sure. Do you think Jabba's sail barge is an easy S? 2013 one.
Uh, I would put it at A only because I'm not a big fan of the vehicle personally. Like not even the Lego one, just the in-universe vehicle. But I think as a Lego set, yes, it's totally accurate. It looks great.
Lots of
I
exclusive
think
minifigures.
lots of exclusives. I put it at a high A if I were to rank it.
Yeah, I probably would put this above the 501st Battle Pack, to be honest.
Okay, yeah, I can agree with that.
Yeah. Let me see. What's another one that would be spicy to talk about?
Ooh, I got a good one. I
Okay, you
wonder.
first.
All right, let's hear your first because I pulled
Okay.
out the last one for the Resistance. Let's hear
The
yours first.
Justice League bat plane thing. It's got Steppenwolf, a giant, the flying tank at the end of that movie. It's got Batman, Wonder Woman, Cyborg, and some parademons, and it comes with a Batmobile.
Cool. The only thing I'm not a huge fan of how that tank looks. It's like a big black square,
Yeah, it is, but it's also what exactly they have in the movie. It's a black
Okay.
square.
I think it's a great superhero set. I don't collect a whole lot of superhero sets personally, so I give it like a B.
I was gonna give it a high B too.
Okay.
Steppenwolf, that could have been so much better. The Batmobile, so this is just so they made a 2013 Batmobile, and this came out 2015, 16, somewhere around there, and it is the exact same Batmobile except they put a gun on top. So it's a little lazy, and if you look at the build from this angle that this picture is at, it looks good in person, but if you look at it from the back or the side, like directly on the side, it doesn't look good at any other angle. So I think it's an impressive build. I think you get a lot for the price. I think it was like $120. So I think it was really good, like really fairly priced, but the build itself isn't the best. So I put it in B. So you had a spicy one. What did you want to hear? What do you want to see?
The Imperial Convex train from Solo.
Oh, okay. Oh, you first.
Really like that set.
Okay, good.
I wish it had an extra train car.
Me too.
I wish it had one more, but the minifigures are awesome. That is a set I sold that I also regret selling. That is a cool set. I wish I could have gotten 2 of them to kind of do them back to back to make the train look a little more complete. That Han Solo figure is one of my favorite minifigures.
Yep.
The range troopers look really cool. You get that cool train driver too. It is a great set. I'd almost say, ooh, you know, that's probably my second favorite Solo set. My first favorite Solo set is his speeder, the Han Solo speeder, the blue one.
TIE fighter.
Well, that's that. I wouldn't say that because yes, it was a Solo set because the minifigures
Yeah.
it came with, but like that passes as an original trilogy set so easy.
By the
But
way,
I think
while we're talking about it, I'm gonna put that S tier as the best TIE fighter that they've ever come out with. By the way, but
yeah, that's an easy S tier. And I honestly, for me, I would say that Solo speeder is an S tier. That is such
I
a
agree.
cool looking land speeder. It is my favorite Solo set. I would put that in S tier.
Totally agree. I just gotta find it. Yep, there it is.
Totally accurate to the movie. It's just a cool looking vehicle, like
Amazing
easy,
minifigs.
easy S. Yeah, easy S tier.
Easy. Yep. The Solo wave was honestly so underrated. We got that Falcon.
I know
too.
the wave was so cool. Every set in that wave was very cool.
I really wanted
I
that
have
Falcon.
to say.
I really wanted it, but I didn't get it.
I had the Falcon. I got rid of it recently, just because I was, I'm getting ready to
Life,
move. I
yeah.
got liquidating a lot of like Lego. I went through a period probably between 2016 and 2019 where I was just buying like any Lego set I thought looked vaguely cool.
That was
So
me
I had to,
for 2020 to 2021. Yeah.
yeah, I had to get rid of a lot of them. But I was a Solo apologist for most of 2018. I loved that movie.
Dude, Solo
I
is the
still.
most underrated. It's the most
I
underrated
know
Star Wars movie.
it is so good.
It's so
The
good.
soundtrack is amazing. The story is like pretty interesting and cool.
The
Alden
CGI.
Ehrenreich kills it as Han Solo. Honestly, I liked Alden doing Han a little better than Donald Glover doing Lando, because like Donald Glover doing Lando was cool, but it kind of felt like him doing a Lando impression.
I agree. I was gonna
versus
say,
like Alden Ehrenreich just feels like young Han Solo.
I was gonna say that Donald Glover just felt like he was just playing Donald Glover.
Yeah, but Alden Ehrenreich felt like a young Han.
Yeah,
like
I totally agree.
I would love to see him play young Han again. I hope he gets the opportunity to do that. I think the coolest. I'm gonna nerd out here for a second. I don't know how familiar you are with the story, like the original Death Troopers story,
Yes,
where
I
they're
am.
zombies.
Yes.
Yeah, Han Solo is in that book,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like a secret cameo. Like you don't know he's gonna be in it till like halfway through the book. Imagine they do that as like a Disney Plus Halloween movie. They do like
Oh my
kind
God,
of like
so
they did
cool.
for that Marvel thing. Like it's a little bit more mature. You do the zombie stormtroopers thing. It's not like violent or R-rated, but it's clearly not really for children. And you surprise everybody just like that who's unfamiliar with the story. You have these new characters that you introduce this zombie virus going on in the ship. Then you meet the 2 prisoners like you do in the book. Boom, young Han Solo and
Yep.
Chewbacca, Alden Ehrenreich. That would be so awesome. I would love that.
They
That'd be a
also do
great
have the-
opportunity for him to come back.
They also do have the Lando show with Donald Glover. So
Yeah, I don't know if that got tabled or not.
So-
I haven't heard anything about that.
they are still gonna do it, but Donald Glover just hasn't had the time to do it yet.
Yeah,
So,
he's got a lot going
yeah.
on. He didn't even know if he was gonna have time for like the Community movie
Yep.
that they're working on too.
Yeah.
Very excited for that, by the way.
Me too.
But yeah. Anyway, well,
Yeah,
let's
keep going here.
Let's get back. Get back to it.
Okay, let's take a little break from Star Wars. This is the 2017 Sanctum Sanctorum set.
So not the new one.
This is the first. I think it's first Sanctum Sanctorum set.
I think the new one is an easy, like A.
Yeah,
I don't know if I
probably.
give it as high as S. I'd give the old one like a B.
Yeah, I was gonna agree. Yeah, B. Good build, fun minifigures, but it's not like the best
Yeah.
building.
Yeah, I love the new one. How it's like an enclosed building and it goes with the modulars. That's great.
I agree. This is the Batman Tumbler. I think 2021. I think.
That's honestly an S for me.
I agree. It's like the perfect. Yeah,
I love
wouldn't
that
change it.
tumbler.
The Indiana Jones fighter plane.
That's a high A for me.
I was gonna say
That is my favorite. I mean, there were only 2, but favorite play scale Indiana Jones set that we got. I love The Last Crusade. It's my favorite Indiana Jones movie. The car looks great. The plane, I think they did a pretty good job doing it. The figures are fantastic. Great set. $30 too.
Yeah.
Great set.
We have another Solo apologist in the chat as well. Thriller Bricks, thank you.
Oh, awesome. Always love
Yes.
to hear it. Love to
Yeah.
hear another. I spent all of 2018 telling people how great it was.
It is
like,
that great.
It
that
is
great.
such a good movie. It is
I
such a
agree.
good movie.
Okay, I want to do let's do a speed section. I want to do like a rapid fire real quick.
Okay, I can see a couple rapid fires if I'm looking at
Yes.
Rogue
So,
One, ATST, A
agreed. Hold
for
on, I gotta
me.
find it. Gotta find it. Yes, found it.
It's in
Easy
the middle
A.
right there.
Yep, agreed.
Easy A.
And then I was gonna put the, you know how you had the solo speeder, the part two to it. I was gonna put that S tier as well, the other bulky
Ooh,
one.
I would put that at A just because I'm not the biggest fan of that particular speeder.
Okay,
But
I can see an A. It's
another
fine.
great solo set. I would see
Absolutely.
that in A.
The where was it? Hold on. The Obi-Wan Starfighter with the new one with the
The new one,
yeah,
A. I think
A.
that's a great set.
Agreed. The Benny spaceship from the Lego movie.
Okay, so I think there's too much going on with that one.
I
I think
think
it's a
it's A.
very, very cool set. I think it's an A, but like if I
Yeah,
was comparing like classic Lego Space, Galaxy Explorer takes it for me. If I had to pick
I
between
agree.
those, like gun to my head, I had to pick between those two. I'd pick the Galaxy Explorer
I agree.
hands down.
It also
That set just
breaks.
has,
It breaks apart very easily. So
yeah, it has too much going on. It's a very busy looking set.
I agree. The Moff Gideon Cruiser.
I'd say high B,
I was gonna
mid
give it.
A.
I was gonna say low. I was gonna say either high A or S. I really like it. It is one of my favorite sets they come out with recently. It's up there.
Okay.
I could put it with like low A though. I could put it in A.
I think it's a little weirdly proportioned, and the big guns on it don't really do it for me.
That's
But
fair.
I would put it in A at least.
Okay, that's fair. I'm happy with that. Um, the Dark Trooper attack.
That set is a little cool display. I really, really, really before it goes out of stock, want to buy two more to do like a complete hallway
That'd be
look.
awesome. Yeah.
Minifigures are great. I would give it I would give that set an A.
Yep, me too. Do you have anything you want to rapid fire here?
Let's see. I see Poe Dameron's X-wing, the black one.
Yep.
For me personally, that's an A.
Yep.
I think it looks very cool. I love it's the only black X-wing we've ever gotten. The black and orange look really cool. I'm pretty nostalgic for the time when The Force Awakens came out. Like the movie at the end of the day was okay, New Hope rehash and all that. But like I was a senior in high school. The lead up to that movie coming out was so unreal. It was a great time to be a Star Wars fan, and I kind of have that set tied to that. So that's why that set's an A for me.
That's totally fair. Another set I want to put in either A or S is the Force Awakens TIE Fighter. I think
Okay,
this is the
yeah,
second best TIE Fighter they've ever done.
I agree. I agree.
S. I think that this was $80. It's the same scale as the solo one, and I think these are all exclusive minifigures except for the one normal TIE Fighter pilot.
Yeah, I would say A. I would say A
A.
for me.
Okay, fair,
I
fair,
think
fair.
it's cool. I see an easy S. I don't know if it's gonna be for you, but Anakin's custom Jedi Starfighter 2015, the blue one, the Azu Angel. That's an easy
I
S for me personally.
I was gonna put this B, not because I think it's
Really?
not because it's a bad build, but because of how easily it breaks apart. Both of the things on the wings here fell apart. I lost some of the stuff on the underside. The fin on the back fell off for me. I don't know if it's the way I built it, but it just wasn't a stable model, at least mine. I think as if I was going off like looks of the set and like if it worked, I think I would put it like top of like near the top of A. But you know what? I'll put an A. I mean, functionality of
Okay.
it wasn't
Okay.
super happy with, but I think it was a strong set overall. Ewok Village, I think I'm just gonna put an S tier.
Easy S tier.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the. What about the Clone Turbo Tank?
I'm not the biggest fan of that 2010 one, but I think the figures are cool. You got Cad Bane. I would put the 2010 one at like B.
Uh, yeah, B, A, top of B. Yeah,
High B. I think
yeah, high
high
B is
B.
fine.
That's very cool. Not a Star Wars set. The Emmett's like mech from the Lego movie.
Yes,
That's an A.
yes. I really
That's
like
an
it.
A.
I really like it.
That's a
Yep.
cool set.
Very good mech. They borrowed the Ninjago team for that one for sure.
Yeah, that is a very cool mech.
Agreed.
I'm trying to look for another
Ooh,
speed run
the
here. Ooh, yeah, I was just about to say
yes,
that one. I was
yes,
just about to say
Coruscant
it.
gunship.
A
Yep.
for me.
I would have put this an S. However, the wings and the guns fall off very easily on this as well.
And it has Clone Wars, Ahsoka and Anakin. I think 2014 was the last year we got Clone Wars styled stuff,
Yeah.
and they were still holding on to those old prints. The Shock Troopers I think hold up pretty well, and I love the little police gunship. I wish I got this set back in the day, but I would still, even if I could find this set sealed for a good price, I may even get it. But
Right.
yeah, that is it's missing a few things to just BS.
Yes, Steinfennec, I do own this much. A lot. Okay, this list is very bloated because this is a lot of like gifts from when I was like 10, or like little brickheads or polybags and stuff. So this is a very bloated list, but I do have a lot of Lego. Let me see here. What's a good one? I just built this yesterday. The Jurassic Park Dilophosaurus attack or whatever it is. I just built this yesterday. Have you do you own this set, or are you interested in this?
I don't. I've seen these new Jurassic. It makes me so sad as like a Jeep Wrangler owner to not see that vehicle get any like love in this. I know it really couldn't in the Speed Champions line, but it's the closest thing I'll get to one so far. So I think the build of that was really cool. I've seen a lot of pretty cool Jurassic Park and Jurassic World sets. Nothing that ever compelled me to want to buy it, but I think it's a cool little set. I would give it like a B.
I agree. So I recently watched all of them for the first time, and I did this with Back to the Future. I watched that for the first time, so I bought the DeLorean. I watched Jurassic Park, all of those for the first time. Wanted to get a Jurassic Park set. All of the sets that I saw were either disgustingly ugly, really cool but expensive, or really cheap. And I thought that this was the coolest cheap set that they had. This was $20. You get a good Jeep, you get a good dinosaur, and a little side build. So I thought for $20, this is probably the best bang for my buck. So I went with that one. It's fine. There's some better Jurassic Park sets, but they're just expensive, and I'm not gonna splurge on Jurassic Park sets. So
yeah, sure.
How about the clone accessory pack?
So great minifigures. The clones are great. I don't really care too much for the build. No one is buying that set for the build.
Yeah.
But hold on, my headphones just died here. I need to quiet my Discord.
All good.
Just gonna. But yeah, no, it sucks that I don't know why they did that set just for a year.
I don't either. Like this could have been a thing they keep on shelves for like 5. As long as they're still making like, as long as they're not updating these clones, they can just keep this out, and this would be out of stock constantly. But
oh, I know. Whatever. And then it seemed like they had a hard time getting it out of stock though towards the end of the year when they marked it down to like $12.
Well, yeah, because everyone
or $10 or how much it was.
Everyone
yeah.
$15,
but
so I have 4 of them.
I think I personally have like 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah, I have 4 or 5. 3 of them sealed.
Very interesting.
Yeah, I have 3 of them sealed because I have a lot of clones, and I don't really want all of the pieces. So I'm probably going to sell 1 or 2 of them eventually, and I'm keeping 1 just in case I want more clones. But I don't have a need for more clones right now, and I have some in the back if I need some. So
sure. I literally only am holding on to that set because of the GCC Phase 2 helmets I have. Is the only reason I want to keep that set.
That's totally fair.
For those.
That's totally fair. I get that. Now this might be a very interesting one. I'm very interested to see what you say about this one. The most recent Grievous Starfighter.
Okay. The build is very cool. The set was grossly, offensively overpriced for what you got. I remember seeing that set at Toy Fair when I saw the 501st Battle Pack and just going, oh my god, everybody is going to be so upset this doesn't come with Cody. Because I remember there were rumors and people were hoping that it would, and it seemed like it was going to come with a Commander Cody, and it didn't. And I was just thinking that was so funny that it didn't, and people are going to be upset over that. But the build is pretty cool. I think it's one of the better versions of that ship. Always great to see the Grievous minifigure. It sucks that they did reuse for the Mustafar. Obi-Wan. I guess it's like kind of like he was a little like battle worn in that scene, but I think they should have used a different minifigure. But I think B is fair for that set.
Yeah, I think the build is a little small. The Airborne Trooper's cool. The Grievous is a reuse, and the Obi-Wan sucks. and the price was terrible. So
The
B or
price was
C,
horrible.
yeah, B or C, I'm fine with. So I just didn't realize, but I have like 20 minutes. Um,
Okay.
so we gotta speed run a bunch of these easy ones real quick, and then we can do like some of the more interesting ones at the end.
Sure.
So
I see.
let's just
I
do some
see.
battle packs. Let's do some battle packs here.
Okay.
Senate Trooper.
Okay. That's a D for me.
I put low C, high
Yeah.
D. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
low C,
That's
sure.
it's a. I see the
Salukami.
Geonosis ones.
Oh
The
yeah,
Geonosis Phase
D.
2 ones. That's an A for me. Those are so cool. Those Geonosis Phase 2
They're
clones.
inaccurate though. They
I know
need.
they're inaccurate, but like, who cares? They're super cool.
I would have put it in D or C. Uh,
Maybe at high C. How's that?
well, we're not organizing the tiers, I guess.
Okay.
So
Okay. Then
whatever,
C's
sure,
fine.
for
If you're
sure.
going
C.
by.
Salukami, spare parts besides the
Yeah.
Neo.
That's the set was literally spare parts,
Yeah.
like brand new in the box.
Yep. The a clone turbo tank microfighter with the phase 2.
It goes in B only for the minifigure.
Minifigures B, the build is D. The phase 1 battle pack with Kiadi Mundi and Barasafi.
It's a D for me.
Yeah, I was gonna put D or C. I do like all the minifigures. This is a bad battle pack, so I'll put it C.
Yeah,
Whatever. Porg, C, D.
yeah. It's C, D.
I'll
It's
put a
whatever.
D. Yeah. BB-8, same thing.
BB-8, I'd put it B.
Mine yellowed, so I'm kind of
Oh
sad.
no, that
but
sucks.
yeah. I'll put it in C. It's fine. So I have 2 resistance sets that I got as a Christmas gift one year. I have this little. It looks like I don't even know what this is. It looks like a triangle thing. I don't know this one. Oh wait, no, this is a Freemaker set, not a
It
resistance
is a
set.
Freemaker
My
set.
bad.
That's C. I would put that red tie interceptor at B. That's pretty cool.
I was gonna say I agree. I was gonna put this A or B. This is a really good
I
build.
think that's a cool set.
Yeah, I'll put it top of B. Sure. Yeah. This resistance pod E sucks.
That's E. Yeah,
Sucks.
that's whatever.
This thing spare parts.
Ooh, I see. Yeah, right there, the 20th anniversary Snowspeeder. I think that is, or is that the
No,
2014 one?
2014 2014 Snowspeeder. Yeah, this one. This is a 2014 one.
I know they changed so little of them throughout, but I think the Legos kind of perfected the Snowspeeder design. I'd put it at B.
I agree. I think they can't really do anything else. They just keep making it just to keep making it. Gunship, the clone gunship. This is the 20. I have 2 of them, so I don't know which one this is. I think I have 2.
I think that looks like the 2019 one.
I think so. I just thought one of them came. Oh yeah,
one.
no, that is a Kashyyyk Trooper. So this is the 2019 one. I really like this one.
Cool build. I'd put that at B or A.
Yeah, I like it. I like this one a lot. Put in A. Let me see what's another easy one. The new TIE fighter, like the small TIE fighter, kind of sucks.
That's a C, B.
Yeah, that's kind of sucks. I don't know. Scarif base.
That's D.
Yeah,
it's
whatever.
all right.
It's whatever. Imperial landing craft, not a transport. It's a landing craft.
I don't like how like the sides of it aren't entirely closed off. It looks a little weird for me.
Also, they're never even because they just sit on top of each other. So they move around on like basically their own. You can't hold it from there or anything. It's not structurally. It doesn't look good. Like the back looks off because the wings are so far away from the rest of the build, and the sides are. I'm just not a fan of it. Minifigures are okay. The Stormtroopers are good. Obi-Wan's meh.
Yeah, that's a C or D.
Yeah, build's meh. I don't know. This rebel base.
It's like the Hoth medical bay.
Medical bay. I put spare parts. I don't like it. The minifigures are okay. I'll put an E, but I do still have it assembled. Parts of it assembled, I guess. So, is that okay?
I see a cool A down there. That Naboo speed. That Swift speeder. Yeah, that's very cool.
I have 3 of them. I really.
That is a very cool set.
Yeah.
I wish I got that one back in the day. That's an easy A.
I like it a lot. Yeah, for sure. There is the Bad Batch shuttle. I think this is an A.
I think it's more of a B. I was a little disappointed by that set.
Minifigures
are cool. I don't know why it was.
You know what? That's
grayish blue. The set was a little smaller than it should have been.
No need for
Did
speeders.
Not care for those speeder bikes.
Yep. No need
should have gone towards the build. So I'd say B.
And also the minifigures, they were before they did they had a helmet holes and whatever. So Crosshair looks really stupid. And yeah, Echo's not great. It's very plain. The Mandalore battle pack, basically.
It's C or B. Like cool
Yeah,
little.
it's fine.
It's probably one of the worst dual sets they did. You know, like the Starkiller base one, the
Yeah.
Mustafar one, and that one.
It's good
I
for the
think
minifigures,
it's
though.
great for the minifigures, but I think it's one of the not so great dual sets.
Arc Trooper Microfighter, or Arc Microfighter.
C. I
Yeah, I
think
like them.
minifigures cool. Microfighter's honestly not that bad.
Yeah. Stormtrooper 2014, 2015 Stormtrooper Battle Pack. Wait, no.
That was cool if you needed a lot of those rebel style
Yep.
stormtroopers. But yeah, I'd say C. That's a fair C.
Yep. Shadow Trooper Battle Pack.
That one
Stormtrooper
was
Yoda.
cool.
Yep.
I would say CB for that one.
I say C. The minifigures are good, but the build is meh. I don't know. We have the okay. This might be a hot take. The Kylo Ren TIE Silencer. I think this is like a perfect set. I love it.
I think it's great too.
S. I
I
would put
love
S tier.
that set. That is an easy AS. Probably one of the sets I regret not buying. I love that set.
I had two of them and I just sold it recently to Bricks and Minifigs.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. This is an Infinity War battle pack, basically. I
That's
never built
that's
it.
a theory.
I
Yeah,
never
it's
built it. Uh, this
the
is it.
the Infinity Gauntlet. I put that at B. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's cool. It's a nice. It's something to spice up like the display. It's very colorful.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Uh, okay, this might be a hot take. This is like the 2017 Yoda's Hut. I don't like it.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of it either. The diorama is way, way, way better.
Yeah, and even the diorama didn't sell me on it. So
Ooh, I see, in my opinion, one of the best battle packs,
okay.
and it's another solo set. The solo battle pack is
Oh yep.
probably an A or B for me. The
I would give it.
patrol
Yep.
patrol troopers are great. The speeder bike is totally accurate to the movie. I think it's a great little Imperial battle pack.
Hot take. I think I would put this on S tier. I don't have a single complaint about the
Really?
set. I think
Okay.
this is one of the
Yeah,
best battle
I
packs
can't think
ever.
of any bad things to
Okay,
say about that
the
set.
only
I would agree.
the only bad thing is the stud shooters, but like that's just every set now, so I can't really complain about
Honestly,
that.
that would keep it an S tier for me if that, because they stopped doing that. You know, if
Yeah.
that didn't have stud shooters, it would be S.
Okay.
So I'd
Yep.
add
Hey,
an A
that's
for
fair.
that.
Yep. The ghost. Where is it? I just saw it. There. The ghost.
I'm not the biggest fan of that ship in universe, honestly.
Mhm.
The Lego one is okay. I'm interested to see how the new one looks. I'd put that in B. I understand people have some pretty harsh attachments to that set,
So I
but
really like the ghost. I think the set's okay, but this is another set that falls apart really easily. There
oh man,
the engines on the back. There's a third one on below. It never stays on. It's just a bunch of studs. Never stays on.
I hope the new one has more interior too. The
Yes.
old one had like no interior.
It also has a bull turret at the top that also falls apart all the time.
Oh man.
So it's just not structurally. It's not structurally the best Lego set. With that, we have the two. I have both the Phantoms. We'll get this
I
Phantom
like the
one.
newer Phantom. I'd put the older Phantom at like C, just
Yeah,
like purely based on appearance.
I
Like
do bottom B. Bottom B. Yeah, you know what? Fine. C is fine.
I think the other Phantom was a bit better of a set. You got Thrawn. I think I
Yeah.
love the whole like reuse of the Separatist shuttle. I think it's the only set that comes with blind Kanan.
Yep. I think with the
Actually,
minifigures alone would be
yeah,
like A.
I think 2/3 of the minifigures in that set are exclusive to that set alone.
Yep. Mustafar battle pack. Basic. Well, dual, I should say, not battle pack.
I'd say that's B.
Oh, I was gonna
That's a
put
cool
spare
little.
parts.
Oh, really? I
I
think just
I
cool
never.
little tiny $20 display I'd give it, but I could see that being a spare part.
I got it like 25% off, and I just took the minifigures out, and I never built it.
Okay.
So,
Nice.
let me see. Bounty Hunter Battle Pack. This one, actually, I'm gonna save that one because we're gonna very much on that. Have a different opinion. Speed Champions, Fast and Furious.
That I not a huge fan of the movies. I think the
Me neither.
Skyline is a better car than that one there. I would give that one a B. Like
Yeah.
looks wise, it's pretty cool. It just doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah, me too. Agreed. Minifigure also like very boring. It's just a dude in a black shirt. That's it. So, Tatooine ambush or whatever.
Ooh, I wish we got a different version of this set.
Yeah, me
I
too.
wish this set
They should have
had
been a
that
crate
same
dragon.
speeder bike. if that had that same no, if that $30, keep the price point. That same speeder bike, but you had Cobb Vance speeder bike too, and Cobb Vance
Oh my
easy
god.
S tier.
Yes,
That would be
agreed.
an easy S tier set for me if it was that. But
Agreed.
without that, I think it's C.
I agree. I was gonna say C or D. I didn't build the Tuscan thing. I think that the speeder bike the Mando has is actually perfect. I think the little build for the
The
launcher is really
ballista,
good.
yeah,
Yeah,
the
that's really good. If they want to do the cheap version, Cobb Vanth would be great. If they wanted to do the expensive version, a Crate Dragon would be great.
yeah. I think I don't know. Maybe maybe they kept the character under wraps or something. But
Probably.
I would have preferred that been like a Mando and Cobb Vanth speeder set. That would have been so cool.
Absolutely. Okay, I got a bunch of superhero stuff we need to get through at the bottom, so we could talk about Star Wars. Infinity War pod thing. Never built it, so I'm just putting spare parts. Wolverine mech. I just got it
Those don't
for.
really do
I
anything
just
for
got it for
me.
Wolverine, so E. The Atlantis Aquaman set. I had this built for a long time, but I needed the parts, so I just took it apart. So I have spare parts. Minifigures are good, so I'll put an E. There is the original Sanctum Sanctorum. This is the first Sanctum Sanctorum, but it's just like a tiny little room. Minifigures
I
are
think it
good.
looks pretty cool though. I love the whole like squid coming out of the wall too. I'd
Yeah,
put that at C.
C is for sure C. This is an interesting one. It's iron. It's a terrible Iron Man minifigure with Agent Coulson's car that can fly and a terrible Justin Hammer with a Justin Hammer mech from Iron Man
I
2.
I remember seeing those superhero sets with the flying cars. There was like a Nick Fury one too, and just
Yeah.
getting excited about the potential of a DeLorean way back in the day.
Yep.
And yeah, that was that. I think the car in that looks pretty cool.
The
I'd
the
give it a
car is
C.
the only thing I still have assembled.
Yeah, that's cool.
I put in like top of D just because of the car. And also the Agent Coulson minifigure you get in there is really good too. But the Iron Man sucks. This mech thing sucks. I don't know. Let me see. This is a Black Manta and Batman submarine set.
I have no attachments to that. That was
I have memories to it, but it's not like the best set. Most of it's fallen apart, so I'll just put in D. Uh, Minifigures are good in that one though. Green Lantern spaceship with Batman spacesuit. Sinestro is decent.
nah, D.
It's fine. Actually, you know what? It's actually the spaceship's a good build. The Green Lantern's great. Yeah, you know what? It's actually a good DC set. I don't know.
Okay.
It's fine. It's fine. There's this Batman helicopter and Nightwing jetpack. This kind of sucks.
Oh, I kind of remember. I always thought when I was a kid, the Batman helicopters were always kind of cool. I liked those, but
I thought they looked like the dumbest thing.
they yeah, I could see that being a D. I think it's kind of goofy, but I kind of like it because it is kind of goofy.
That's fair. Um, this is going back to a little bit of Star Wars. Stormtrooper battle pack for the Rogue One Stormtrooper battle pack.
That just Walker is so ugly.
The
That is
Walker sucks, but the minifigures are S tier.
okay. Let's put it in B then.
Yeah. Uh, uh, Hulkbuster is fine. The Hulkbuster's fine. I don't know. It's whatever. This is a Freemaker set. This is like the bad guy's ship with a
Oh, I remember just
speeder.
watching that set rot on store shelves.
I
That
do
that
think
is.
I think the set's okay. The Dengar stuff is actually really good. The minifigure, the original stuff is meh. The Dengar stuff's fine. I don't know.
I'd say C.
Yeah, low C. The high D is fine. This is a Batmobile and Riddler chase with the Flash. It's fine. It's fine. I don't know. C.
I see the Robert Patterson
Yes,
Batmobile. I'd
that one.
honestly give that an A.
I agree. I was gonna say A for that one too. And is there anything I would change on this? I don't know if I would change anything on this, but
I wish it didn't come with those things coming out of it.
yeah,
I don't really
okay, that's
care for
fair.
that.
That's fair. It does
But
rely on
A.
that. Yeah. Batwing from Batman versus Superman. The set fell apart, so technically should be spare parts, but I did build it. Just fell apart. I mean, the set itself is fine. You get all the main characters in this set. So
I see an easy A or B. The V-Wing, the Republic V-Wing. That's a great little set.
this one, yeah.
Yeah,
This is a great
that's
A
a
tier.
great. Yeah, I'd say A. That's a great little set.
I had two of these and they both fell apart, and so I'm gonna rebuild them.
The only thing that sucks about that set is it's got those red bricks that are so brittle.
Yep, those two. Yeah. We're making good progress here. Okay. Morbius, the Morbius car. I'm gonna. It's funny, so I'm gonna put a B. I don't care.
Okay.
uh, let me see. This Captain America jet is weird. It's
Yeah,
weird.
that's C or D for me.
Yeah, it's weird. I do like it, but it's just like a weird idea. Um, Resistance character battle pack.
I loved how like unique the minifigures were for like building a resistance rebel army. I love when they come with pretty different minifigures, and the build was okay. Honestly, I
Yeah, me
wasn't
too. I
offended by the
agree.
build or anything. I'd say B.
I agree. I was
That's a
just
good
gonna say
battle
that.
pack.
B. Good, solid. The Batman Nightcrawler from Justice League. I never built this, not because I didn't want to. I never got around to it, and then I wanted to take the minifigures out, and then I just forgot to build it. So I don't know. I guess that would mean it's spare parts because I never built it, but
Mhm.
it's a fine set. I don't know. It's very mechanical though. It's whatever. I don't know. It's whatever. Do you have an
Um,
opinion on it?
no, not
Okay.
really. Uh, let's see. Let's see.
Another easy one to get out of the way. The Lord Business Castle. It's fine.
Honestly, I couldn't even tell that that was a Lego movie set.
Yeah, that's a Lego movie set. It's Lord Business right there. They got the double decker couch and then Craggle and whatever. I mean, it's got
Okay, it's
everything, but
C. It's cool.
it's a play set. It's not for me.
Yeah, it's a play set. It's a
Yeah.
play set.
Okay. This is the
Ooh, I see an E. I see a great S tier, and you just
okay.
had it. The solo speeder bike.
This one.
I love that set. That set is.
I
I have
was
no complaints about it. I'd put it in A if it can't go in there, but I think the speeder bikes look so cool. The minifigures are great. It was a great $30 set. Another example of how the solo line was almost perfect,
okay.
but I would rank that pretty high.
I was gonna say B.
Okay.
I think the Emphas Nest doesn't look great. The other stuff looks okay, and the builds. I mean, they're not. They do look good, but I don't feel like they're anything special.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I think the build looks great.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. The Rhino Black Panther set, never built it. Bat Boat. It's okay. I'll put it in C. It's fine. I'm just gonna run through a few of these. Ghost Rider bike was actually really cool. I actually really liked it. This was a great set, but it had a little bit of extra stuff that it didn't need. Um, Vulture set. This one is one of the best superhero sets I've ever gotten. It's a great van, a great Vulture, great Iron Man, great Spider Man. It's a great set.
Cool.
Yeah. The Lego Batman Batcave was fine. It's more of a play
That's
set.
from the Lego Batman movie.
Yes,
Okay.
this is more of a play set. It's got a callback to the Batman Returns with the penguin's little penguin boat,
Sure.
so which is cool. But I mean, it's just a playset, and it fell apart. Unfortunately, I have to rebuild it. Justice League ship. I really like this one. It's fine. Other accessories are not needed, like the Dark Side speeder is not needed at all, but it's a cool ship. Harley Quinn bike, whatever. I'm just gonna do this. Batmobile, the 2016 Batmobile is fine. Let's see, anything else? Any other superhero stuff I can get out of the way? No. Okay.
I think we're all Star Wars. Yeah, I think
Okay.
this is all Star Wars.
I have to leave for work in 10 minutes, so we're gonna do this fast. We're gonna do this fast.
Okay, all right.
Okay. Mandalorian battle pack.
I would put that at A or B. I love the unique Mandalorian. Sucks they came with stug shooters, like the whole beaten up Mando speeder you get with it. Don't really care for the rocks,
I was
but
gonna say B or C.
yeah, I think B.
Okay. Mandalorian Raider ATST.
For me, that's like a B, C. I think it's
Agreed.
kind of cool. Like I like the whole again, like I said with the ATTE, the look of like taking someone else's and having it look all worn and from another faction or whatever. But I don't know, just not the biggest fan of that one.
This is like the 2016 Mos Eisley.
Ooh, yeah, I remember that one.
I wasn't a huge fan of this. Obviously, the new one's much better. I mean, the
Oh
speeder's
yeah,
fine.
obviously. I'll throw my hat in the ring and say that I think one of the better Mos Eisleys that we got was
For
like the
sure.
really small one from 2018. I love the little vignette of like the booth that Han and Greedo sit in, and you get the bartender. I think for a smaller version of that, it's great. But yeah, I think that one's okay.
Yeah, I'm not a huge.
I'm not a huge fan of the whole open look to it.
No, I
it's
don't
more of
really
a play
display it.
set
I don't really display it.
than a display thing.
A Mandalorian Forge. Oh wait,
Yeah, the cool minifigures. The build itself is all right. I'd say B.
I was gonna give it D. I'm not a huge fan of this
Really?
one. The minifigures are
Okay.
okay, and I don't like the build.
Yeah. No,
So we'll put it in
that's what
C.
held me back from.
We'll
Okay.
meet in the middle there. Ray's speeder. I think this is an underrated speeder. Underrated
Yeah,
set.
very very cool speeder. I'd give that a A or B.
I give it an A. Yeah. All right, Camille. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Snoke throne room.
That was kind of cool. I remember that one. I remember thinking that one was kind of cool. I'd give it a B. BC.
This is one of those ones that this is like one of those display ones I was talking about earlier with like the Duel of the Face and the Death Star one that I wasn't like a huge fan of, but I got it like a Christmas gift. But this is definitely my favorite like display area that I have, I guess, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
Minifigures are good. It's yeah, you know what? I'll put in B. It's fine. I think that you said B, right?
Yeah, I said B.
Okay, yeah, I think that's fair. Attack on Ferrex. I have not built it yet. This is one of those ones I've been sitting on for like a year.
Not a big fan of the vehicle, like
Mhm.
the in-universe vehicle. Figures are great. Loved Andor. But yeah, I think I'd rate that at B.
Yeah, me too.
I feel like it's like for piece count, it's the price seems fine, but it just doesn't look like you're getting $60-$70 worth of stuff.
It doesn't feel like it. No, it feels like it should be a $40 set.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah.
I see the Rogue One Y-wing. I'd put that at A.
Rogue One Y Wing. Where this one? I would put this in
Yeah,
S.
yeah.
I would honestly put this in S. I don't have a single.
It's a great Y-wing.
I don't have a single complaint about this set. I could put it top
Yeah,
of A or S.
I'd say top of A more. I
Okay.
don't know if it's entirely S, but it's a great Y-wing.
Okay. This one is also I think is an S. I have two of these because I loved it so much. This is
U-wing is
U-wing.
fantastic.
Are you happy with S on this one?
I'm good with that.
Okay. We have another interesting one I really liked was the ITS transport.
That said, I regret not buying, and I don't know why they discontinued it so early
I don't
because
either.
like I went on the ride at Disneyland. It was like, oh, I can't wait to get the set now, and it was like impossible to find because
Yep.
they had retired it. I don't know why they didn't continue to sell it at like just Disney.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
But
say. I feel like this should have been a Disney Park exclusive.
yeah, right.
Yeah, this would have been great.
I don't know why they didn't do that, but cool set, very cool set.
B.
Yeah, I'd say B.
Yeah. The 2016 Republic fighter tank.
Oh, that one looks a little better than the newer one. A
I
little
agree.
smush too. I think the figure selection was. I'd say that is a solid B set.
I also agree. Yeah. The B wing, 2014 B wing.
Oh man, I miss the B wing so
I do
much. I'm
too.
so bummed we didn't get a B wing this year for Return of the
Me
Jedi.
too. That would be great.
I would say I'd put it at A or B.
Agreed. A. It's a great set. Okay. Let me see. What do I want to do here? I'm trying to save some of the interesting one for last, but I don't have time anymore. Okay, Hailfire Droid. This is the 2016 Hailfire Droid.
I'd say B. That's a great little separatist set.
Agreed. New Republic fighter tank.
That's C
Agreed.
or high D. The build is a little
Build is
disappointing.
meh, but the minifigs are good.
Minifigs are great. I love the purple clone troopers.
Yep, me too. This is the episode 9 Y-Wing. It's basically the same thing, just red.
I'd put that at like A, B. It's okay. I'm not a huge fan of it's
You don't like the
the
red?
minifigures are okay. The Y Wing's all right. I kind of like I know it's just like a different original trilogy one, but I'd put that at B.
The TIE Striker.
I don't like that set as much as I used to. I'd say it's a B.
I was gonna put like high A or S tier.
I could agree with A.
I really like it. Yeah. 20th anniversary ATRT.
It's just another Kashyyyk set.
Yeah.
It's okay. I
C.
would say C.
Yeah. Oversized ATRT again.
I honestly though, going back into Kashyyyk though, I don't mind that the AT. What is that one? The third
DP.
leg one. The DP. I kind of like that set. I low key regret not buying it. I would put that at B.
It's not as good in person as I think it is in the pictures, to be honest.
Oh, really? When they were retiring that set was like $40 all day long
Yeah.
at Target. I don't know why I didn't grab it.
The back of it looks really gross. The wing,
Okay.
the feet don't really work that well. I mean, like it holds it up, but you can't like pose it you can't really pose it.
For sure.
The Commander Gree, I know we got a lot of them, but I think it's a good minifigure. I don't know. I'd put it in like C.
Okay. All right.
Okay, this might be a hot take. I think this is an S tier. The Rogue One.
It's a great set. It's a
I
great
think,
set.
yeah, I wouldn't change anything about it. It's S tier. I think I have 2 or 3 of those. I have the Naboo 2015 Naboo ship, Naboo Starfighter.
I'd say B. I love the ship, and I'm a big N1 fan, like I said. But I don't know, for something about that one, I can't. It honestly just looks like they hadn't updated the N1 in years. It looks like the 2008 one, looks like the 2014 one, it looks like the 2012 one. They kind of minorly changed the N1 throughout the years. Cool minifigures, but I don't know. That's
I'm
I
fine with
wouldn't rank
B.
it.
I would have put it in an A, but I'm fine with B.
Yeah, B's fine.
Yeah. Okay, let's do the First Order Snowspeeder.
That's a C for me.
Agreed. Yeah, it's fine. Spider Droid, giant Spider Droid.
That's the episode 2 one?
Yes.
Or is that okay?
With a B2, a clone trooper, and is that Stas Ali? I think so. Or is it, it's Yoda. It's Yoda.
I'd put that at B.
I don't like this one very much. I think
Really?
it doesn't stand very well, and it's visual. Like the legs of it just don't look very good.
Okay, if in person it doesn't look as nice, then I would
No.
say C or D.
It doesn't look very good. I don't really display that one. Rebel Battle Pack. Rebel
The Battlefront 2
yeah.
one.
No, the first Battlefront, yeah.
Oh, that's that one's all right. I'd say like C.
I also realized I forgot to put the Battlefront 2 Iden Versio pack on here, but I'm not gonna do it now. I put that in like C. It's fine.
Okay.
Okay, Mandalorian Speeder.
Speeder was all right. Mandalorians are really, really cool in that. I'd say high B, low A for me. That one.
I'd put it in B. Yeah, the Speeder build is okay, but the minifigures are like S tier. So
yeah.
Okay, Resistance A-Wing from Episode 9.
I really, really like that A-Wing.
I think it's the best A-Wing.
I think, yeah, it is the best A-Wing we've gotten. I would say S or A. I have no complaints about that set.
Me too. Umbaran tank.
Not the biggest fan of the look of that tank.
Me too, actually.
Honestly.
That's what I was
the Umbarans are also just
very
okay.
meh. Yeah, they're very meh.
I would say B or C.
And also the clone trooper is inaccurate. It's just like orange.
And Ahsoka shouldn't be in the set either.
No, she shouldn't be at all. Wait, oh no, I dropped it somewhere. Oh crap, where did I put it?
Just go back.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I put it like C. Anakin Starfighter.
No complaints about that one. I think it's a solid A.
Yeah, it's fine. It's like it does the job. Yeah.
Yeah.
Resistance A-Wing or X-Wing from Force Awakens.
A. I'd say A.
I think the Force
I wish
Awakens
it didn't come with Poe though. I wish it wasn't a Poe set, so you could have had a different droid in the, because these two sets are on the shelf at the same time, the black one and the regular Resistance one. I think if you were gonna do that, it should have come with just Resistance pilot.
I agree. I think that they nailed the X-Wings for the 2015 wave.
Well, I will say the 2019 X-Wing is the better version of that version of X-Wing, though.
Sure.
Like the orange, like the way they design the engines.
Sure. I agree. Resistance Home. I don't know what this is called. Resistance.
It's like a transport shuttle.
Yeah.
I'd say C.
Yeah, I agree. It's fine. Fang Fighter set.
I love that set. I'd say A.
I haven't built it yet, but I also
the Interceptor the Interceptor is probably the best TIE Fighter Lego has ever done.
I wouldn't be surprised. I haven't built it yet, but it looks that way. Mandalorian shuttle.
That is C. It's all right.
I actually really like this one. It's not like the minifigures aren't, well, the artillery trooper's cool, and I think it's a fun tank. I would put it like bottom of B or high C. I'm fine with that.
Okay, I can agree with that. Agree with that.
ATDP Rebels. I don't know. It's either this one's the ATDP or the Kashyyyk one.
I think that is the ATDP.
Okay.
I wouldn't it's very tall. I don't know why. I think in the universe it's also like around that height, but I'd put that at like B, C. That's a
put it like high C. It doesn't stand very well either. Okay.
For those two Falcons, I'd put the Episode 9 one at A.
Agreed.
And I put the Force Awakens one at like B or C.
Agreed. I was gonna put it in B.
Okay. Yeah, we have 2 left.
Now, this one is the it's the tank snail droid.
The tank droid or whatever.
I would put this.
The Boba Fett, fantastic.
Boba Fett?
I mean the Jango Fett. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Long stream. The Jango Fett is fantastic. Should have come with 2 of those battle droids or another clone.
Agreed.
But
I'd
yeah,
put this
it
A.
sucks that we've only seen Django, the newer version of Django, and that and the Hyper Booster. 2 great sets to get him in, by the way, the Hyper Boost
sure.
set and that one. But yeah, I could see A. I don't know if I give it S.
I don't
I'm just
think
not
so.
a big
I
fan
mean,
of
I,
that
I was thinking
vehicle.
about like what else would I change about this? I'm like I don't know if there's anything I don't think there's anything wrong, but there's not anything like that stands out that makes it amazing.
That's
you know what I
that's
mean?
a set I'd be buying just to get like Django. So I
Yeah,
don't know if
that's
I
fair.
would put it at S for that.
All right, this one I think we're having a debate on the bounty hunter one, the bounty hunter battle pack. I actually think this is really cool. I think this is one of the best speeders that Lego Star Wars has done. I think all of the bounty hunter minifigures are great. Although I do recognize that this is supposed to be an army builder, and that is probably not great that this is probably, yeah, it's probably not great that this is a bounty, but what am I trying to say? Battle pack and the hippo. This is a list of all the sets that I own because I have to rank them. So this is all of them that I own. This
Yeah,
is a very
very interesting set because it's not really a battle pack, but great. Like we got Bosk, we got I can't see, but I don't remember who else was
it's
in that.
Bosk, Dengar, Forlom, and not Zuckus.
Yeah,
What is the
Zuckus
other
came
one?
in the slave one.
There's one more. Hold on, I'm gonna pull it up. I'll just pull it up real quick. IG88 is the last
Okay.
one.
Very, very cool minifigure selection. For that alone, I'd give it like an A or B.
Agreed. I think I mean it's probably not great as I thought you were gonna like disagree with because every single person I've ever heard talk about this set hates it because it's a battle pack.
No, I don't. I think it's great.
Okay, cool. Well, yeah, that's the list. Yeah, I have 100% of these. I've been collecting Lego for like 15 years, and oh my god, that is a lot of oh my god, that's a lot of years. Holy shit. This is also a very bloated list. So
Very, very bloated list.
yeah, this is very bloated. It's because it's everything. So